दीजिए। श्री राधा मदन मोहन की जय। हरे कृष्ण। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ धारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। यशोदानंदन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। यशोदानंदन वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radha Jai Radha People Radha People Radha Jaya Jagannatha Jagannatha Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Jaya Gauranika 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 Jaya Gauranika Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maiya ki Shri Nitai Gauranga Bhagavan ki ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की भगवद गीता ग्रंथ की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं पदा सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। प्लीज रिपीट आफ्टर मी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपः कुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौ ब्राह्मणाहिताय च जगद्धिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामीनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नुकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपः तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। ओम अपवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत्स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षः सः भ्यन्तरं शुचिः। श्रीविष्णु श्रीविष्णु श्रीविष्णु। हरे कृष्णा Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So welcome all. Very grateful that all of you have come. It's been a long gap, I believe. Almost 3 weeks gap, right? Yeah. So we started the new batch. We got into Jagannath Rath Yatras. Right? There was a whole planning week, and there was execution week, and there was relaxation week. Finally we are here, and it was a miraculous last 20 days, filled with so many miracles, and many of you experienced it by attending more than one Rath Yatra. How many here attended more than one Rath Yatra? Yeah? Yes, of course. You should lift your hand so much. She attended 20 Rath Yatra, 25 Rath Yatras. It was like, you attended 2, Hari Bol. Next year, add a 0 to that. 20. Yeah, maybe more than that. I don't even know how many attended. I was blessed to attend these many Rath Yatras. It's not something that is doable by any human effort. There has to be a divine blessing, a divine plan for such things to happen. Because Rath Yatra is not like you bring a garland and you have a small murti, you put the garland, sit there and do a arti or something. No. Rath Yatra means you need a chariot, you need kirtaniyers, you need people, you need prasadam, you need flowers, you need decoration, you need rangoli, you need Jagannath. Most importantly, you need Jagannath. And deities are, even Jagannath deities, finding so many are difficult. So I'm not going to discuss about that now, because today's session is, does Jagannath exist? Right? So I was thinking, after doing 75 Rath Yatras, my topic today is, does he exist? Ironical, right? But it's very important.
This question should come in our mind. We have started little journey already, and we are trying to become Bhakta. So why this question comes in our mind? Does God exist? We have to believe that God exists. That is why we are doing all these things.
Yes. Nice point. We are already come here, Prabhu. We are already coming, we are already practicing. Why do we need to have this question? Athato Brahma Jignasa. Vedanta Sutra starts. So, is our behavior in life thinking that we believe God exists? That shows how much we really believe that God exists. Right? It's easy to say, I believe in God. But is our life like that? Is our life behavior, our choices like that? That God exists? If you are in Vaikuntha, will you be wearing a t-shirt and a jeans in front of Narayan? Narayan comes, right? Or forget about clothes. Will my language, my behavior be the same if God is really here? No. Just like when you go into a class in a college, as soon as a teacher comes in, the behavior changes. Before the teacher comes, the behavior is different. As soon as teacher comes, everybody, good morning, sir, like that, right? We all immediately become attentive, we come into our best behavior, books open, pen is on the desk. Everything changes because we know the teacher exists. But in our life, are we leading a life which actually signifies that God exists? Many times, no. Many times, one person, he used to go to temple, he used to, he used to pose like he's a believer, where he used to wear tilak and all that. So somebody asked him, Prabhu, does God exist? So yeah, exists. You seem to have a very nice, intimate relationship with God. He said, yes, I have an amazing relationship with God. He asked him, what amazing relationship you have? I will not bother you, you don't bother me. I will not interfere in your life, you don't interfere in my life. Right? I will come once in a while, I'll keep a flower, I will do my pranam, I'll take the tirtham, it tastes nice. That's all. Don't enter more than that in my life. Don't come and tell me this is good, this is bad. You know what I'm saying, right? So everybody chooses God's existence in different ways. Today's topic is to increase our faith that He actually exists. Because the day we are convinced that God exists, like 100% convinced that God exists, we will not live the way we are living right now. We will not speak the way we are speaking right now. We will not behave the way we are behaving right now. Everything will change. Because now, why is it different right now? Multiple reasons. One, for a long time in our life, we did not take God seriously. Right? We led a 60-year, 70-year, 80-year life. Okay, okay, you're worshipable, I worship you. That's where we kept Him. Now is the time we have to become serious. Right? Even for the people who are young teenagers, now is the time to make it a serious affair, because the rest of the life we can very meaningful way. And if a child is asking this question, discussing with one principal, I think her name is Sangeeta madam. She told us when we were after doing the Rath Yatra, she told, our biggest problem today is we don't know how to prove the children that God exists. I was shocked. Principal of a school, owner of a school rather, with so many teachers, is not able to convince the children that God exists. And children are asking this question: how do you prove that God exists? It's very important. We cannot tell, fold your hands and agree. Because that agreement may not last for too long. Right? God exists should be ingrained into our consciousness, so that we lead a God-conscious life. Right? So this topic is very important in the SSR sessions. First session was about, does happiness exist? Right? And what are the real problems in life? Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, Dukkha, Doshana, Darshana. Birth, old age, disease and death are the real problems. Remaining all problems are human created. And Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika. Problems created by your own mind, problems created by others, problem created by the material nature. They're all different miseries. Right? Kleshas. Now, who created these problems? Okay, we all agree that the problems exist. To convince that problem exists, because biggest problem is people don't know what is the problem. Right? Outside, the biggest problem today is people don't agree to what is the problem. If you ask somebody, sir, do you have any problem? I say, no, I don't have any problem. Sir, you are becoming old. No, that's okay. Sir, you will die one day. It's okay. Sir, what sir? You don't have a sir. That is the reason you're asking questions like this. That's how people think, they're not seeing the reality. They're not able to appreciate God's creation. They're not able to accept what's going to come next. It's like you're sitting in a Mercedes or a BMW SUV and you're going at a speed of 140 kilometers per hour straight into a wall ahead. Right? There is a wall ahead. You're directly going into that. And in between, somebody is telling you, sir, there is wall ahead. So what? Music is good. Enjoy. AC is good. Enjoy. What would you tell such a person? क्या बोलोगे उसको? Muda means fool. Vimuda. Yeah. Vimudatma. Yeah. Unfortunately, one second. I have to put this on silence. Yeah. Unfortunately, that is the situation. Really tell me, would you accept somebody going directly into a wall in his so-called branded car? Is it intelligence? Without thinking that I'm going towards the wall? Then what about the people here today? Everybody knows they're going to die one day. Is there anybody who can confidently say, I will not die? Okay. That means you know the wall is there. There is no doubt about it. Right? There is no doubt about it. How should be your behavior? What should you do about it? You should put a brake. You should put a brake to your life. Wait. Okay, sir. Tomorrow morning I have to send a report. Okay, sir. My salary today is August 1st. I got my salary. Okay, sir. I think I need growth in life. Okay, new technology. Okay, wait a second. Where is this going? किधर जा रहे हैं? Sir, you should at least get married by 25. You should have a child by 28. You should have a house of your own by 30. You should work like a donkey, clearing the loan till 40, 45. Sir, okay, this is all okay, sir. But what about death? What about death? It's a very important question to ask. But nobody is asking. Are we leading an ignorant life or are we leading an intelligent life? Ignorant life. Now, some of them can complain, okay, I got to know what to do now. Okay, you're telling that death is there. What to do now? Yes, there is a solution. There is a solution. Right? Janma karma chame divyam evam yoiti tattvataha yaktyadeham punarjanma naiti mameti so Arjuna. Hey Arjun, the one who understands my activities, my appearance, my disappearance, will attain my qualities and will never take birth again. That's a good news. I know how to come out of the cycle. But Prabhuji, statement is good, but I don't believe in it. Because first of all, I don't believe who is God. That is the reason we are sitting here today. First, let us prove that God exists. When we are convinced that God exists, then we will start believing His words also. When we start believing His words, then we will understand what is reality in life. And then spirituality starts. Biggest problem today is people are not trained on basics, and advanced spirituality is introduced to them. They don't believe. Somebody is doing Satyarana Vratam, somebody is doing Gropravesham, somebody is doing but you don't believe that God exists. Right? It's like a ritual. What will you experience out of it? Nothing. Right? So, do you believe? Why so many rituals? What is the use? Just focus on God. What is your answer for this? If somebody, why to go Saturday morning to this class? Yes, something is going on. Yeah? Is there a sound that's coming? Yeah? Wait a second. Let me see what's going on. Some application is running on my... Let me just silent this. Yeah.
I think it's the sound of the fan.
No. Some kind of... No, projector is moving. That's a different thing. But I was getting some sound from the computer, like some video is running, something like that. Why is the projector not working? Give me 2 seconds. I'll just... Ready? Projector is not working, something. No, I removed it and I kept it back. No, it's not. Some signal is not going. Wait. It's not about the projector. It's about.
Sir, that sound does not matter. Your voice is predominant.
No, I felt my computer is hacked or something. You know, sound started come, as if some other. Yeah, as if something is happening. I'm saying there is no YouTube, there is nothing, and now.
अचानक से हाँ
Yeah, suddenly. Let me restart. Just as. Arey? Why is it not asking me to restart का option ही नहीं है? Yeah. Sleep and lock.
नहीं इससे कुछ नहीं होगा तो भाई
Update and restart.
हाँ अपडेट एंड स्टार्ट कर लीजिए कई बार अपडेट से फिर वो करंटली अपडेट लेने लगेगा
Restart anyway, that's okay. Let it do. I can talk for some time. While it is restarting. So, yeah, so there are some questions when people ask that shakes our faith. For example, why do you go to a temple? Why you have to go to a temple? You know that God exists, right? So why do you have to go to a temple? Why are you worshipping a rock? Right? Does it mean you're a blind believer that you're worshipping a rock? That means you'll worship any rock? Like that. People start asking questions. Children can ask questions, right? Why do you have to take bath and go to a temple? Or any other questions that you can think of, which people... Why do you have to spend so much money on God? Yes.
If there is a God, why there is suffering, so much suffering?
If there is God, why there is so much suffering? Why is He not stopping all the suffering? Very good question. Yes. What other questions bother? People ask, challenge.
Why to spend, why to give milk instead of that give to poor people?
Why to put milk on, the Shivalingam or any of the Abhishekam? Rather feed the poor people. Right? What else?
Are scriptures real?
Temples chala
Are scriptures real? How do you prove? Yeah. Yeah, there are so many temples. Construct another hospital, na? Why are you constructing a temple? Right? What else? Can you think of any more? There are many more.
Temples a better educational institution for people.
Yeah, open a school. Why do you have to open a temple? Right? What else?
What are the proofs? What is the proof that it happened?
What is the proof that whatever it Ramayana happened? What is the proof? What is the proof that Mahabharata happened? You created your own stories. You are forcing those stories on us. Like that they can ask. What else can you think of? Okay, there are many more. But the point is, are we able to answer these questions in a convincing way? Can we answer these questions in a convincing way? Is what is very important.
Kerala story mein wahi hua tha.
Yeah.
They
Right?
were not able to answer.
They were not able to answer. Right? Why did Ram abandon Sita? Why she had to prove her chastity? What kind of a male domination is that? So many other questions, right? You can just keep going on. Why Krishna married 16,108 wives? Why only one wife for me? How could he go around with unmarried girls in the middle of the night and do dance? Why if I do, it's a problem? Why it's a moral problem? Right? So many questions like that. See, I'll tell you, we can become uncomfortable when somebody asks that question. And most of the time when somebody asks that question, our standard answer is, "Chi, champal isko." You know, ऐसे, माफी मांग लो, ऐसे थोड़ी पूछते हैं. Do you ask like that? That is the way we answered. And those answers have created more atheists, not theists. That's not enough. We should understand that's not enough. There was a time when Guru in the Gurukul used to teach, and children would learn. Everything was structured and like that. But now it's not. It's an information age, right? People can access Ramayana, Mahabharata, right version, wrong version, any version on YouTube at any time. They can learn anything. They can believe anything. There are so many people who are on internet talking about God. There's so many people giving their perspective about God. So much is going on. One person was saying, one famous so-called guru, you don't need any guru to understand God. Listen to me. You don't need any guru to understand God. One fellow asked, why are you telling not to understand God? What are you? Are you not a guru? So guru is telling you don't need a guru? Huh? Is there a logic in that? When you tell people, you are basically preaching them. You are trying to share something. That means you are a guru. Tell me who is not going to a guru? Everybody is going to a guru. But refusing to accept what guru is saying. And first of all, is guru speaking from Shastra? And why should we believe in Shastra? The whole science of self-realization course that we are doing, today is the second session, we have 10 more sessions to go, is to first elevate ourselves in these elementary topics, right? Then we can answer, then we can understand Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad, Chaitanya Charitamrita, so many scriptures we can understand. Upanishads, Itihasas, everything you can understand. But first you get the basics, na? That is the problem. We are introducing PhD level subject matter to people who have not even learned ABCD. They have not even learned, means really our education system is like that. We have not been taught anything. A for apple, B for bat. That is where we started. And all the subjects were only relevant to understanding the world around us a little bit and how to earn and happily live in this world. Right? The whole education system is revolving around how do you become comfortable, how do you control? What are the things that will make you comfortable? Technology is what? If you really see what people are doing with technology, is only two things. How to increase your comfort with a remote, operate the world, and how to control. How do I control everything? Sitting in my couch, how can I control the whole world? That is all about technology, right? So, comfort, people who ask a lot of comfort, they are in Tamoguna. Tamoguna people are always running behind comfort. They sleep too much. They have lots of intoxicants because for them comfort is more important, right? But people in Rajoguna, for them controlling is more important. And people in Sattva-guna, for them peace is more important. Peace, Shanti. No disturbance, like that. You can see people like that around. One second, I'll just... Yeah. You can see people like that around, everywhere. Some people are control freaks, some people are comfort freaks, and some people are too much peaceful freaks also. They only want peace. They don't want to fix anything, any problem that comes in. Just let me be in peace. I'm not saying it's wrong, but that's not the answer of life. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti is not the goal of life. It's not. Right? When Krishna was in Vrindavan, were the Vrajavasis peaceful? No. They always had somebody attacking, and Krishna was always killing them. When a mother has a child, will her life become peaceful? Completely unpeaceful. That fellow will go stool, he'll go urine, he'll shout, he'll cry, doesn't allow her to eat, doesn't allow her to sleep, doesn't allow her to walk, right? Very difficult. But still they want to have children. Why? Because actually soul is not looking for peace, soul is looking for happiness. Happiness and peace are two different things. Right? Anyway, I'll not get into that topic. But the point today is, does God exist? We should be thoroughly convinced. Otherwise it's a problem. I'm already dealing with a problem here. Yes, yeah. Krishna. Still coming up. So there was one sadhu, he was visiting one place, and the place people there decided, I think the sadhu will help us to explain about God. So there were some organizers, they went and told the sadhu, sir, can you please come to our colony and speak to people about God? Sadhu said, see, don't engage me in all these things. I am peaceful the way I am. Let me go. No, sir, please. We will arrange, sir. We'll get all the people. You only have to sit and tell people what is God. So sadhu also was a little notorious kind of sadhu. He said, okay, I'll come, you go. So the organizers, they worked a lot. They pulled up like 1,000 people. It's not easy, right? To find one person to come to satsang is so difficult. They struggled to find 1,000 people. Entire colony, on big auditorium, the book, 1,000 people are sitting. The sadhu came, and then they asked the sadhu, Sadhuji, aap jara batao in logon ko. Please talk to them. And sadhu asked all of them, how many here believe in God? Everybody lifted their hands, sir, we believe. Immediately the sadhu got up and started going. Hey, where are you going? He said, you asked me to talk about God. They already believe in God. Why should I talk to them? So this is nonsense. Then they stopped. Again the sadhu was brought. This time they told them, don't answer like that. He has to speak. So again the sadhu came. He again said, yeah. How many here believe in God? Nobody lifted. So again he got up and again he was going. What is this? Why are you going like that? Now you can speak, na? I came here to talk about God. Nobody here believes in God. Why should I talk? Then they said, this sadhu is very notorious. Let's do something about it. So then they told the audience, 50% this said, 50% that said. You all tell you believe in God. You all tell you don't believe in God. If he asks now, let us see what he'll do. So sadhu came. Who all believe in God? 50% people lifted their hand. Who all don't believe in God? 50% lifted their hand. He said, who all believe in God? Speak to the people who don't believe in God. Right? So it's like a cat and a wall situation. Actually today, do you really believe in God? Does God really exist? We don't know, but we are forced to believe. But do we really believe? Let me just put this PowerPoint up so that I become a little peaceful. Something is seriously wrong. अभी तो काम करना था. Oh, this is not working. Actually, laptop is not sending the signal out for some reason. Bro, you get that window, right? Duplicate versus... Huh? Huh? Where is it? Sorry about that. Let me just solve it because there is... The duplicate versus extend versus वो आता है ना screen, वो screen ही नहीं आ रहा. Yeah.
Windows P से होता है.
Windows
P. Windows P means project.
हाँ, अभी आ गया देखो, आ गया. Thank you, bro. This is what I was waiting for. सिग्नल नहीं जा रहा है बाहर. हाँ, अभी आया. Now it is working. हरे कृष्णा. हरे कृष्णा. हाँ.
This proves that God is just exist.
Yeah. 1 second. Thing, but I have to just. So today I learned something. Windows P. Yes, God exists. So, Prabhuji, so let's focus back now. So the thing is that there are so many questions, that people pose us, and if we don't have answers for these questions, basically we are atheists, but we are sitting like thieves. Deeply inside, we are not convinced, right? If we don't have answers for these questions, for these type of questions, we are atheists in the disguise of thieves. So the goal of this session is to make sure that we have proper answers, right, for all these things. Convincing, you're not trying to convince others, you are actually convinced. But we should understand what is the situation outside. See, in the first part of today's session, I'm going to pull the atheist out of you. Unless I catch that fellow, I can't fix it, right? Because here you are sitting with a tilak, you are sitting, like a devotional attire, but there is atheist sitting inside. Because you will not behave the way you are behaving if there is that atheism inside. So what are people in the internet world telling? Everything I like is either illegal, immoral, fattening, expensive, or impossible. The moment, I say these are my choices, you'll tell God exists, you don't do all these things. There is no God, now stop worrying and enjoy your life. How many have seen such banners outside? Anybody has seen? Especially behind auto, or somebody's t-shirt. These are all like famous banners. How many are forced here that God exists? Yeah, many of them. Forced to pray. Chalo, all children, fold your hands, pray to God, or God will have you killed. The people have spoken illogical things, and actually they have distributed fear. Did we really believe in the existence of God? We don't know. Right? Like when the children asked, this is coming out of a book, Growing Up Godless. Somebody wrote a book, how to bring up your children in a godless way. So there are guides also, right? So one of the extract from the book, religious child, Mom, why did God let my friend Johnny die? Mom, no one knows but God, but it's not for us to understand. Forget about it. Right? So this modern teaching system opinion about religion, the red portion I'm reading, we let them come to their own conclusions because we want them to grow and exercise their faculties of logic and reason. We give them choice, we empower them. Only when it comes to God, you want to use this logic. Everywhere else, you want to strictly tell what they should do. Right? They should believe, they should figure it out themselves. See, I'm not saying choice should not be given in religion, but guidance is important, na? Without guidance, how do you know what you're doing is right or wrong? This is an old story. One monkey was hungry and it saw fruits on the other side of the river. It had to get those fruits. It fell into the river. And some people saw monkey was struggling in the river. They pulled that monkey out and make that monkey sit in a place. And they got some fruits and gave to the monkey. Monkey started eating. So monkey understood, oh, they are such nice people. They saved me. I fell into the water, they saved me. Then monkey was looking in the water. Some fishes were inside the water. Monkey felt he should save those fishes also. He jumped it took the hand in the water, took one fish and kept it outside. Right? And what happened to the fishes? They all died. So is the monkey wrong or what is wrong? Lack of guidance. That fellow was thinking, by pulling me out of water, they saved me. I should also pull somebody out of water to save them. Right? Some logic should be there, some guidance should be there. Otherwise, how will you understand what is right, what is wrong? There is no end to it. So just leaving our children saying, you figure out what is God is not a proper way. You show them who is God, you give them a nice understanding of God, and then give them the process to increase their faith. And they can experience the presence of God also. right? But unfortunately, in society today, people are even being taught. Look at this poster I found in internet: science and religion. So children are handicapped. When it comes to religion, they are making them pray. When it comes to science, they are fixing some medicine. When it comes to religion, they are still handicapped. When it comes to science, they are running. Can you imagine? If a child sees this, just think from a child's angle. You're all grown-ups here. What do you think about religion? This is an absurd thing. Why is my father doing aarti in the morning? Why is my mother putting tilak on her face? Why are we doing whatever we're doing? Let's fix it through science. Another thing, I believe in higher powers but not God. This is another famous answer. If you ask people, do you believe in God? No, I believe in some power. Some power is there, right? So this Stephen Hawking is saying, one cannot prove that God doesn't exist, but science makes God unnecessary. The science is there, na? Why to worry about God? Did science solve the problem of birth, death, old age and disease? Yeah, it is solving, na? They tell that they're solving, na? They're at the end the stage of the research. They are almost cracked it. They know how to make the DNA live forever. They're there. They're just there. They have been telling just there since Hiranyakashipu's time. Hiranyakashipu also wanted to live forever, right? It didn't work out. It will never work out. What is the owner of Walt Disney? That fellow didn't allow his body to be buried. He said, "Save my body," and he gave crores of dollars to some scientists and told that you figure out how to bring me back to life. Until then, put me in a water, put me in some kind of chemical. Even now, his body is in chemical. Those scientists have nicely made money. They bought their houses, and they are still researching and lecturing that one day we will make him alive. Doesn't work like that. And what is the source of wisdom from modern society? Where do we get our wisdom from? Ramayana serial, Krishna serial, N.T. Ramarao, Nagarjuna, right? Annamaya, Ramadas, Radha Krishna. This is the source of our wisdom, right? DD, Star Plus. What is the problem with this? This is the problem with that. This is the problem with that. At one side, NTR is playing the role of Krishna Paramatma and Rama. Another side is lifting his leg and dancing with Sridevi, wearing bell-bottom pants. Where will your faith go? One side, Nagarjuna is playing the role of Annamaya. Another side is smoking cigarettes and womanizing and going around people. One side, our B.R. Chopra Krishna is one of my favorite, Nitesh Bharadwaj, one of my favorite actors. I saw the next movie, I was like, what nonsense are you doing? You played the role of Krishna. Faith breaks, na? Faith breaks. When you don't have right examples in society who are teaching you so-called religion, you're not going to any ISKCON classes, you're not going to any other institution classes. All your wisdom is depending upon these characters on the screen. And then you see the other day, the next day, the characters come in a very different way on the television. What happens? Your faith breaks. Okay, maybe God exists or not doesn't exist, whatever it is. Right? Do these people who have played these characters believe that God exists? Are you confident to answer or no? I'm asking. Do these people who have played these characters believe that God exists? No. If it is yes, they will not play that nonsense. Right? This girl who played Draupadi. Don't go and search with her name in internet. You will be shocked. What kind of picture she is keeping. Why? Because you want your life. They don't believe in God. They have done dhanda. Paisa. Yeah, some faith might have happened. Some little faith might have cropped here and there. Like Nitesh Bharadwaj said, in an interview, that, when I was speaking Bhagavad Gita, I really felt how fortunate I am that, this knowledge, through me, it is going to the society. But what did you do about it? Did you achieve your goal of life? Did you understand the real purpose of Bhagavad Gita? No. So our modern society, the source of wisdom is absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. Today's role models. Shah Rukh Khan. Okay, that fellow is, I don't think it's today's role model, but I feel very strongly about souls who are misguiding people in the name of religion. Right? Kamala Hassan. People ask me, is yours an atheistic principle? Boldly I reply, no, atheism is my tool. Humanitarianism is my principle. Right? People can do anything. People can change religion to get married multiple times. He is one that character. Right? There is this famous filmmaker, Mahesh Bhatt. What did he do? He wanted to marry more than one wife. Hinduism, it's not allowed. He changed the religion. How many of you know he's a Muslim now? Doesn't come out. These all people are using religion for their enjoyment. That's all it is. We have nothing against them, but don't make them as your role model. Kamal Hassan was one of my favorite heroes. In my young days, I used to see Sagar Sangamam, some of his movies. Big fan. But after I grew up, I saw this fellow's character. What kind of a person is he? He's not worthy to be even appreciated. Right? You will know the reality when you go and see. I mean, what is this? Morgan Freeman and what is it? Angelina Jolie. Right? Are these people worshipable people? No, they are not. They are not. They are playing character roles. They are making money. They can even sit and play a video in which they are worshipping, but they don't believe in anything. All they believe is paisa, money and fame. Right? బాగా పాపులర్ కావాలి. పాపాలు పెరిగితే పాపులర్ అవుతారు. That's all they want. Knowledge of God is considered brainwashing. Many people, the moment you talk about God, sir, don't brainwash. Religions survive mainly because they brainwash the young. These are the posters, banners. Whenever I met someone over 21 who still believes in God, I assume they are uneducated. Mark Twain is saying it's easier to fool people than to convince them that they have been fooled. I don't believe, I don't want to help, but I don't want to feel bad for not helping. Some crazy statements. Religion is the only subject where anyone can arrive at conclusions without any guidance or knowledge. In all other subjects, there is no argument raised when need for training is asked. After all, God is the safest thing to comment, as God never corrects you immediately. You can speak anything. My boss, my ex-boss, he used to like to take people for drinking, right? So he'll take the team leaders, he'll say, come on, let's go for drinking. They'll say, Lakshman, you also come. I'm not interested. No, come, we'll discuss about God. What? You'll discuss about God? Yeah. And if you go to a bar, don't go. 90% people are speaking about God only. After you get drunk. God means what? In their own convenient way. Suddenly they'll feel, I am very God conscious and I can feel I am the greatest, nice well-wisher of the whole world. That's what they speak. Unfortunately, some people there was one neighbor, real incident in Janardana Hills near Gachibowli. I used to live there. My neighbor, opposite door, 2 flats on the same floor. So my opposite flat, is one fellow, the house was always closed. So I asked my owner, somebody stays there? Or he said, no, it is owned by a lawyer. Once in a while he comes. So, okay, once in a while he has a flat open, like that he kept. So it is his second house. He doesn't have a second wife, but second house is there. So that second house. So once in a while he'll come. I was wondering which day he'll come. So one day he came nicely, wearing lungi and janjam and, all that, putting all that tilak, and He came, he was opening the door, and then I was like, I went and met him. Sir, you live here? I say, I'm your new neighbor opposite. Oh, really? Very nice. Then he started telling me, please come for the puja. We are doing puja. Very nice. I got a good neighbor. Right? And then he was wearing that Ayappa Mala. Right? So they do this once in 40 days, they do this big puja. Huh? Madi puja or something called. They kept that Lord on the top, and they keep the steps all the way down, and they decorate all that steps, and so huge decoration he was doing. So I went and asked, sir, I will also help you. See, I'm not insulting Ayappa devotees. I'm talking about some of them, or some of any of the atheists. So he was decorating all that. I said, I will also decorate. I decorated a little bit. And then I sat down, I was chanting. Right opposite my door, I was feeling very nice. God conscious person. Amazing function he did. Lot of people came. He told me in between, sir, you also can sing some bhajan. I started chanting Hare Krishna. And then all big puja, all nice sound, this, that, everything happened. And that evening, they kept speakers on the terrace. Right? And the whole lunch was arranged on the terrace. For Upavasam, they break the Upavas. After that, they go for, Shabarimalai. That's the sequence. So he went, and the puja got over, and so much. I asked him how much you're spending. I'm talking about 2015. 15 lakhs he spent. 15 lakhs for that puja for 2 days or something. 15 lakhs. 15 lakhs is not a small amount, right? Right? Somewhere he gave this dhanam, somewhere this, somewhere that, this, that. I asked him, how much? He's so opulent. I never spent so much. I mean, this person really, he's a lawyer. He maybe has good money or whatever. And then after the Shabarimala Yatra, he comes back. Right? He doesn't stay in that house, but he came back. 4 days, five friends, 3 bedrooms, only drinking and eating meat. 5 days. I looked at him and I was shocked. What can I even ask? What was that whole thing about? No, 40 days we followed. 40 days we followed. What is the meaning of that following 40 days? Tell me. Did it increase my faith? Does it increase anybody's faith? First of all, does he even have faith? Elephant takes bath for 5 hours. If you go to a zoo anytime, stand near the elephant, where they keep the elephant. It goes into the water 5 hours, it takes bath. Like that. It takes from the trunk, going on taking bath, going on taking bath, going on taking bath. You feel what a clean animal elephant is. Right? It comes out. What is the first thing it does? Takes the sand, puffs it all over its body. What is the use of your 40-day yajna if you are going to do double the nonsense the very 41st day? How will you create faith in your children? And what kind of example are you setting? Right? If I don't, like some people say, sir, Saturday I don't eat non-veg. Why? Some manchikaryam. We are doing something nice. If you want to do nice, do it on Monday also, na? Do it on Tuesday also, do it on Wednesday also, Thursday also, Friday also. Why only on Saturday? We distribute prasadam here. Some people will come. Sir, no, sir. Why? Just don't eat meat, sir. You know it is wrong. You know it is not appreciated. Then why are you even doing it? How many have seen people like that? In offices, everywhere. You should appreciate they are doing something. That I appreciate. I'm not ridiculing everything. Something they are doing. But why to do something? Do everything, na? When you know it is wrong, it's wrong. God consciousness means, when you believe that God exists, means you should lead a single, simple, standard life. Probably we can sit in the front also. You can come this side. This whole area is empty. Right? Why to have a dual life? What is the need for having a dual life? Sir, if we completely God means where is enjoyment, sir? There is enjoyment. You think people are not enjoying keeping God in the center? Right? We are enjoying. The other day, there was a small kirtan. Somebody recorded. We were doing some kirtan. Somebody recorded. I posted it in LinkedIn. Right? I just posted that, I think 1.5 minute clip. I posted in LinkedIn. There are like 400 people putting their likes, 30 people saying this is amazing. Right? And I wrote in the title there, 25 years, no meat, no non-veg, no alcohol, no drugs, no gossip, no politics, no comparison, and look at how are we enjoying. Right? That's what I wrote. Many people in corporate are shocked. Many people are writing, actually, this is what is real enjoyment. Good relationships, bonding. I request all of you to come tomorrow by 4:30 here. Don't miss this session. In your life, you'll understand what is spiritual enjoyment. Tomorrow, 4:30. Trust my words. You come tomorrow. And I will not be talking. There will be at least 20-25 people talking. They'll come here and they will tell how they enjoyed what they did. Right? That will increase your faith, saying, real enjoyment is here. The enjoyment that people are buying outside in the name of alcohol, in the name of drugs, in the name of movies, in the name of, is not really enjoyment. Real enjoyment is something different, which we have not tasted so far. अभी तक देखा ही नहीं हम लोगों ने, चांस ही नहीं मिला. कल देखो. Tomorrow 4:30. Please come. Please bring another 5 people. I'm not trying to. You will only tell me, Prabhuji. We never knew, Prabhuji. ऐसा भी होता है. 25 to 30 friends, like college days. We're all going to sit here around in a chairs and we'll share crazy things that happened in the last 3 weeks. How we enjoyed every moment. Right? We're going to share. That is real enjoyment. We party every single week. If you are a party animal, then only come to spirituality. Otherwise, we don't want boring people. Right? How many parties do you think I have in a week? Week? Prabhuji, I thought once in a month is okay. No. At least minimum 4 to 5 parties I have in a week. Some devotees calling, some feast, some kirtan, some dance, some nice discussion. Some party means what? You all come together, you share your happiness and all that, right? That is God consciousness for you. But people think religion means rules, religion means stopping from enjoyment. No, religion is not stopping from enjoyment. The religion is showing the right enjoyment. The enjoyment that will keep you healthy, the enjoyment that will keep you happy in life. Anyway, that's a different topic. So, humanitarian without God. Huh? Look at this cartoon. I saw it in internet. Religion is beating humanity. And she's holding a flag. I thought you were born to help me. This is a kind of atheistic propaganda. Right? We all can be good without God. There is a whole forum for this. There is a book for this. Hug a atheist. Right? In America, I really saw, in some places, there is a t-shirt. Hug me, I'm an atheist. Like that. They wear a t-shirt. They're openly declaring. So how do you know which Gita is correct? Which definition of God is authorized? Another big problem, right? This joker also wrote a Gita. This fellow. Can you believe it? Bhagavad Gita. No questions, only doubts. Her tagline. Give me a break. What do you call, we know what can we call this fellow. But what do you call a fellow who buys this book? उसको क्या बोलोगे? I can tell you one thing. This guy is going back to Krishna after this birth. Why? He made all the devotees laugh. Krishna becomes happy, right, when his devotees laugh. He's such a joker. Everybody laughs, Sometimes even I browse his video. When I'm a little bit, something happened in office, I browse his video and then I find his video. I feel like laughing. And I can laugh at people, who are surrounding him. And he wrote a Gita. And this another person. He created a prostitution house in the name of his institution. It's clearly a prostitution house. People can go there, sleep with anybody's wife, sleep with anybody's sister, sleep with anybody's mother, Sleep with anything in the name of enlightenment through enjoyment. I'm not joking. Absolute prostitution going on. And there are so many others. Even now, there is one in Tamil Nadu. I don't want to name. The whole business that happens inside that university, they call it a university also, is prostitution. And all of these people will be caught one day. If they'll be booked, a case will be booked, they'll run away from here, they'll be in some country. From there again, they'll come back, they'll again continue the business. Again, then they have political links, they'll do some land kabza, they'll have a mafia. They're all absolutely immoral people. And when they talk about religion, you tell me, does faith get affected or not? It gets affected. Definitely gets affected. Whatever they want, we can go on. If I actually start listing down the number of people who are cheaters today, the whole class will be short. The goal is not that there are many. This is Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga means cheaters. Now, if you ask me, Prabhu, why are you not a cheater? Well, I am a cheater, but right now I'm not cheating. Because I'm speaking from Bhagavad Gita as it is. I'm speaking from this. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada translated Bhagavad Gita as it is. And as long as I'm repeating it as it is, I'm not cheating. The day I keep this aside and I speak whatever I want, you all. Why should we speak about religion not referring to a scripture? I don't. Next week, the session is on why to believe in scriptures. Please don't miss it. Because that is the logical answer. I will prove you that scriptures are speaking the truth. Point by point, I'll prove you. Sit and understand and accept. But be present to take that knowledge. Is being represented by such people, who can write anything, do anything, say anything, then people will lose faith. That is where the question comes, does God exist? Because everybody is saying whatever that they want. Right? When we ask general people about God, God is love, God is light, God is nature, God is power, God is everything, everywhere, God is omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent, God is you, God is me, God is infinite. These are the answers. Are they wrong answers? No, they are not wrong answers. But they are incomplete answers. That is a problem. They are not wrong answers, but they are incomplete answers. You ask them one question. Is God great? I'm asking, God great?
Yes.
Prabhu, is God great?
Yes.
Everybody will tell. Go and knock the door of any house. Is God great? Yes, sir. Next question. How great is God? That too you don't know. That is a problem. Provision Mataji is, we have to understand how great is God. That's very important. God is great is enough, that little state. But how great is He? You should be able to answer. Otherwise, somebody will cheat you in the name of God. If I do some abracadabra and lift this chanting bag like this, and abracadabra, it will fall down. Am I God? Huh? You do? Am I God? Looking into his eyes, I can tell him what he's thinking. Am I God? Huh? I'll produce some gold chain from somewhere. Am I God? I will create a new planet in the sky. Oh, now he is God. Now you should tell he is God. Literally, I can create like 7 planets, new set of planets I created, chanting one mantra. I should be God, right? Why? Why not? Come on. I created 7 planets. Who created me? I should be God, right? See, all these questions are posting a bigger question mark. How great is God? Because a lot of things humans can do, right? By chanting a mantra, I'll suddenly look like somebody else. Am I God? Kada. Huh? Chanting, I can suddenly look like a woman. I can look like a sage. I can suddenly look like a, somebody else. Can any normal person do that? No, right? So why not God? You tell me the answer, then we'll go forward. See, as I told, I want to pull the atheist out of you. Then I'll talk about God. Why am I not God when I can do all these things? I can create 7 planets. I can change the way I am. Sorry, I didn't get it. What is he?
If you are a God, you can't think about the things which will satisfy you.
It's just not about to take care of every living. Then God. Yes, very good answer. Ravana changed his disguise to kidnap Sita. Is Ravana God? No. Hanumanji increased to the size of unlimited size, then he jumped across. He never declared that he is God. He told, I am servant of God. And that I could do is from the power of Ram. Ram ka naam is more powerful than Ram. I am chanting Ram's name, and that has given me all the blessings. Right? Even Narad Muni travels from one planet to another planet. He never declared that he is God. Right? Nobody can do this gimmicks and say that you are God. You need to understand the greatness of God. Biggest problem is, how great is God? People don't know. That is where you start declaring that somebody in your life is God. Right? When you don't know the greatness of God, you can declare anybody as God. That is a problem. You need to know who is God, the greatness of God. Then you can declare. Then if somebody comes and says, sir, he is God. Yes, he is God. Right? So many of the times it's only rituals. You, without knowing who is God, how great is God, in fear of God, you start doing all these rituals. Look at them. They are sitting in one bowl of water and they are lifting their hands, and I'm not joking. But if you are doing this without faith, is that not a joke? The people in this picture, they are devotees only. I'm not ridiculing them. But some people just want to do that. Like some people go to Rameshwaram, they go to that temple, Lord Shiva's temple, where they have so many wells of water. They want all that water on them. One by one well, they'll go. Even if they don't believe in God. It's fun activity. Put this well, put that well, put this well, put that well. But if somebody asks them, ocean is right there, temple is right here, how the well has sweet water? Sir, that and all, keep some science will answer. Let me just enjoy the water. See the miracles. It's happening in front of you. You're not thinking more. Miracles are there. Fear of God is the definition of religion today. Most believe in the conception of God for 2 reasons. 1, fear of unknown. 2, fear of society. Hey, better to believe na. Otherwise, parents will tell something. A family will tell something. Or, if there is a God, I'll be in trouble tomorrow. Let me offer one nariyal. How much does a nariyal cost? How much does it cost now? Huh? 40 rupees. 40 into 4 weeks. Kita? 160. 160 rupees. God is also happy. I am also happy. Let me just make it work. Right? That is the situation today. 99% of the theists are not 100% convinced on the existence of God. What to speak of atheists? A lot of people don't believe in God. Most of us in reality are atheists claiming to be theists in the fear of the unknown. We don't know what is there ahead. So better to worship something. Why are we hesitant to ask questions about God properly? Do we fear declaring the existence of God will remove our independence? This can be a problem. Prabhu, the moment you prove that God exists, मेरा independence गया. है कि नहीं? Now you will tell rules also, na? The moment you tell God, now I have to follow something. Second, do we feel that we will be asked to follow a new boss with new rules? Yeah. Do we feel God is actually not part of my daily life? So why ask question anyways? In my daily life, I don't even have time for God. Why to unnecessarily prove that He exists? Let me keep that aside, right? Situation. So I just wrote some statements. Our situation today. Our parents and role models don't have answers to our questions related to God. Is that true? Many of the questions you go and ask in your house, they don't have an answer. No religion shown by media, walk their talk. Wherever I'm seeing, they're not walking their talk. They're speaking something, doing something. We are working 24/7/365 for survival. We don't have time to know about God. That's what many of them say. When we have some time, we don't know whom to approach for right guidance. This is also another problem. Actually, youth today, they don't know where to go. They have questions. I've seen genuine people coming forward, but unfortunately, they don't know where to go. And they don't have time to go. All these problems. Reading scriptures by own self seems difficult and many times boring. How many here bought Bhagavad Gita as it is and kept it as it is? Huh? Every day putting one flower on this. Krishna, you spoke Bhagavad Gita, you made Arjuna happy, you both are happy, be happy. I am also happy keeping one flower. Right? Tired of doing rituals. But if I don't do, then maybe I will offend God if He exists. Every day before going out, I have to do some puja, na? Prabhu, some puja. If not anything, one chumma. This is new puja I started. Earlier they used to do nicely like this. Right? These days I'm seeing, one day I was standing near the gate. One fellow was coming on back. Dun, 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 dun. What are you doing? Hare Krishna. This new disease has started, no? That I don't know why. What does it mean? Why this finger only? Why this way only? God might be thinking, "Kya ban raha hai tu?" No Shastra told this chummak business. Nowhere it is there. Let me give a benefit of doubt to God and be religious. Sometimes at least. I am giving benefit of God to God only. If you exist, if you think you exist, you believe that I also exist, then you exist. Krishna is understanding. I never understood what he told. If I accept God with a name or form, then I will be considered fanatic and narrow-minded. So let me agree Him as a superpower beyond my understanding. See, if I tell Krishna is God, Shiva is not God. Shiva is God. Then what about Narayan? No, I told Shiva is God. No, Narayan, but Ganeshji, what? You don't like Ganeshji? Sir, sir, you know what? I know everybody. Everybody is same. Everybody is same. So Shiva is not great? Sir, I believe in superpower, sir. Some superpower. You don't want to name. भगवान का नाम होता है क्या? किसने दिया नाम? तुम लोगों ने दिया. तुमने भगवान को नाम दिया. भगवान का कोई नाम नहीं होता. This is another 90% category is there. Because they are frustrated. They don't know the answers. They never sat properly and learned anything. है कि नहीं? Problem is there is no training from the childhood. We don't blame them. The whole education system has made them like that.
One more thing, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
One more in my relatives is like in office and all we are very practical. So I will do the chanting and all chup ke, but I can't go to temple when I attend classes. So वो वाला category भी है.
वो भी है. Add करूँगा मैं. All the God-related things do chup chup ke. Nonsense do बोल के. I don't know.
जो कर्मकांड है जैसे कि व्रत हो गया कुछ भी हो गया बहुत लोगों को बुलाना है that they will do because that gives them the societal situations like that. But this way actually you get to know Bhagavad Gita or know yourself. Both.
कुछ भी करना है. See, one person argued with me also. Why are you doing Rath Yatra in community? You do your worship of Jagannath in the house. Why you have to bring on the community? Why you have to celebrate religious festivals in community? I asked, why are you celebrating Holi in front of the whole community? Take some color, put to your wife. She'll put to you. Right? Why you have to put the whole color to the whole community? Oh, that is different. What is different? Rain dance. Now it's a new trend. Right? There is no water. They'll bring a tanker. They'll push into the tank and rain dance. I don't understand what kind of respectable way of doing that is. You come in clothes, you get completely wet. Your wife, your daughter, your brother, your father, everybody together and dancing and showing your body, revealing yourself. What is it a respectable thing to do? Is something in between everybody? What is the purpose of Holi, by the way? Why was Holi celebrated? What is the meaning behind Holi? No, I don't want to know. I want to use religion and do whatever I want for my own happiness. I will do. And if you come and question me, then I will immediately question you back. Right? That is the society today. Completely. I don't blame them. I blame their parents who have given birth to such children and trained them like that to become a burden on society. All of them are IIT, IIM, ISB, CA, MBA graduates. But when it comes to morals, they are third-class people. That's not a society that we should show. You are creating bad karma. You are getting bad karma. See, if you disturb somebody's life, will you get karma or no? Karma means what? Okay, I don't believe in karma. That is the 9th session. Don't miss. आने वाला है. पूरा है. SSR series has all this exclusively discussing every topic. है ना? So, if you disturb somebody's life, will you get karma or no? You do good, will you get good? हाँ, ये इसके लिए बोलेंगे. कर्मा बोले से नहीं. हाँ? If you do bad, will you get bad? Yes. Somebody is nicely married. Husband and wife are happy. One person goes and disturbs the husband. Husband becomes agitated. Will that person get karma? Yes or no?
Definitely yes.
Definitely yes. When you wear revealing clothes and go and create an unnecessary desire in somebody who is already happy with his wife, will you get karma? Your action created a desire which resulted into a divorce. Will you get karma? And next life you will be divorced and then you will be wondering and thinking, why do bad things happen to good people? They will happen because you created karma. Our every action is being calculated and kept, and we will get a reaction. I'm not scaring you. You only told the principle. You do good, you get good. You do bad, you get bad. And how are you doing good? How are you doing bad? You need guidance to understand that. Just like that monkey. He wanted to do good. He removed the fishes from the water and kept it aside. Same way, you think you're doing good, but actually you're doing bad. That is the problem. All along I lived with the fear and confusion. Guess that's how my kids also will live. I believe it's okay to live like that. What is there to lose? That's okay if my children are atheists. It's okay. I know one family. Mother wants to take the children to the temple. Husband ridicules the wife. And children also are supporting the husband now. Father. Children and father together are ridiculing the mother. You go. Morning hour na, go to the temple, put tilak and come. Go. Po, ma. Po. And the woman can't do anything. And vice versa also. I have seen woman is complete atheist, husband is completely suffering. There is no unity in the family. Everybody is suffering. So, Does God exist? Yes, no, don't know, or God only knows. Right? It's a situation in life, right? Yeah. No, so let's park our fragile faith aside for some time. Let's understand with some logical reasoning first. Logical. So I took a lot of time to prove that God doesn't exist, or rather the atheistic situation today, because you all should know where we are right now. Now this later part will not take too much time. It's very easy to prove God exists. It's very difficult to prove God doesn't exist actually. Very difficult. So if you go by the aspect of urge versus fulfillment, right? So there is natural fulfillment, there is man-made perverted fulfillments. That's a different thing. Right? So there is an urge. We all have an urge. Different kinds of urges. Can you name one of the urge? Eating. So eating is an urge. What is the fulfillment for that? Food. Food is there, God-given food. Same way. Thirst is an urge. Water is the fulfillment. What is a man-made perverted fulfillment? Artificial drinks, liquor. They are all perverted. I'm not telling they are not fulfilling. But what will they do? They'll damage you. But this right part of this slide, just ignore it. Main part I'm trying to convey is, wherever there is a urge, there is a fulfillment. Urge, hunger is a urge. Is there a fulfillment? Food, vegetables, fruits, everything. Man-made perverted? Meat from slaughterhouses. Packaged. You really want to eat meat? Go and find an animal. Go. Catch the animal, kill the animal, eat the animal. But packaging the animal, slaughtering them in factories, putting them ready-made in covers for you to buy and eat, that is perverted. You understand? So hunger is an urge, natural fulfillment is food. Natural. You will not hurt anybody. Fruits, vegetables, you don't have to hear anybody shout when you're killing anything. You're not killing anybody. You're just taking it. Nature is giving you. Sex. Is there a natural fulfillment? Yes. There is a natural fulfillment. Male with female, female with male. There is marriage institution which allows you to engage in the form of, in the activity of sex and have children. Nicely have a family life. Perverted? American society. Twisted, exploitative, without moral boundaries, nothing. Right? Today the biggest question mark in America is they don't know they're male or female. You know that? Next generation youth, they're coming out and arguing, don't call me a male. That's an insult to a female. So what are you? I don't know. I don't know what am I. It's a confused situation. Once one, what do you call that? Homosexuals or whatever you call, they called ISKCON temple. They wanted to put a case that, the people don't accept the other way of relationships. So they called. One intelligent devotee was sitting in the reception with the phone. Real incident. They called and asked, do you conduct marriages in your temple? So they were recording the call. And the devotee doesn't know anything. He was chanting and suddenly got the call. Hare Krishna, do you conduct? We conduct nice marriages, we conduct. So we conduct, if we come here, you can conduct our marriage? They said, yes, we can conduct. Then they said, okay, I am coming with my partner. I want to get married. My name is Ruby. Her name is Monica. Now, if he says no, then there will be a case saying you are against humans, you are against, what is that? Secularism or whatever. Nonsense they'll bring up. So devotee, God gives intelligence, right? So devotee said, yes, we can conduct, but there is one problem. I know Shastra, mantras where it's about male and female. I don't know what female. I'll find out and I'll call you back. I don't have a problem conducting a marriage, but I don't know where those mantras are there. Right? Even that fellow was confused. To sue this fellow or not to sue? Or he didn't say yes, he didn't say no. This is a situation, So there is an urge. We should not feel guilty about an urge. Urge to drink, urge to eat, urge to procreate, they're all natural urges. And in the world that God has created, there is a fulfillment for every urge. Respectful fulfillment is there. What about the urge? Can you all name one urge which doesn't have fulfillment? One natural urge you can think of which doesn't have a fulfillment in this world. Urge to taste. Is there a fulfillment? So many masalas are there.
Being unconditionally loved.
That's a urge. Unconditional love. Love is a urge.
Loved.
Being loved is a urge. Are we loved? Your parents love you.
But there may be some conditions.
Most of it.
Unconditional. That's it.
Yeah. Most of it is unconditional. At least, we should not judge our parents. They are under a lot of societal pressure. Sometimes they say things that, we feel that we are being judged. But actually, they have unconditionally taken care of us when we were young, when we are growing. So there is urge to be loved, and love exists. That I can tell you. Urge to be loved is there, love exists. What other urge is there which doesn't have a fulfillment in this world?
Urge to talk.
Urge to talk, huh? So many people to talk to. There is a fulfillment. You cannot talk to a wall, but you can talk to a person. And so many people. You should also allow them to talk. Then the urge will be nicely fulfilled. One-sided, it will not work. Yeah. What other urge is there? Yes, bro.
I have a question
Yes.
out of context.
Yes, that's okay.
As one of us mentioned that unconditionally love, I personally believe that there is condition to everything. If you do good, you will get good. If you don't do good, if you do bad, you will get. So even in God, like we have to believe set of things and a lot of things like that, according to our scriptures and all those things. So is there anything unconditional? Just seeking.
Yes, God's love is unconditional. That's the beauty of becoming God conscious. That God's love is unconditional. I'll ask you a question, Prabhu. To understand God's love, we should understand somebody in our life who has almost reached one power of God, which is our parents, for some time. Now, I'm not telling every parent is perfect. You also will become a parent one day, right? And your child will also judge you that you are not unconditionally loving me. A very painful thing to hear, right? So just imagine a child does something wrong. How many parents here have thrown the child outside the house? Anybody? Huh? Literally thrown outside the house. Get out. You have nothing to do with me. किसी ने किया? नहीं किया. घर पे रखा. डांटा लेकिन घर पे रखा. You are scolded, but you are in the house. And how many of you know you fought with your parent, you slept, but in the night, without your awareness, your parent came to your room, kissed your forehead and went back. How many of you know? You don't even know. A parent cannot sleep when the child is upset. A child can sleep. Bindas will sleep. The parent will come. Even though the parent has been ridiculed, insulted, not heard of, whatever it is, he will come into the room, he will brush the forehead while you are sleeping, kiss and go. Or at least he'll come, see whether you are sleeping and go. Is my child sleeping well or no? Next day morning, he will ask the spouse, did he eat or no? You might not want to eat. You might just leave the house. I don't care about my parents. And the parent will ask, did he eat or no? Right? If this is parents' love, if this is drop, if parents' love, we can compare it to a drop. What is the ocean of that love? That is God. God's love is so great that He is accommodating even atheists. He is accommodating people who are killing His devotees. My God, it's craziness, right? How much He is not letting us go, no matter what we do. Whether you believe in me or whether you don't believe in me, your heart will still pump Your lungs will still pump. You will still be able to talk. You will be able to live. Whatever you are qualified to get as per your karma, He will still give you. He will never stop. His love is so unconditional that it's so difficult to understand also. Very difficult to understand. How can He allow like this? I would never allow like this. I would never forgive. But He's unlimitedly forgiving. You cannot do a sin which God cannot forgive. Right? None of us can do any sin which God cannot forgive. That is why He is God. And that unconditional love, to some extent, we'll experience from the devotees of God. To some extent. Yeah. We can't say that a devotee is equal to God. But sometimes a devotee can even surpass God in his forgiveness. That is the greatness of a devotee. And finding such devotee in life is the best thing to happen. Best thing to happen. If you have found such a devotee, your life will change. You will actually understand what is the purpose of life, how to be happy, like that. Very difficult. But unconditional love is a definitely urge, and the fulfillment is there, Prabhuji. You are also capable of giving that love to somebody else. Everybody here is capable of loving somebody unconditionally. But we are not. Why we are not? Because of our conditionings. Too many conditionings. Expectations. Too many expectations. Is having expectations wrong? Can you live a life without expectations? No. So when you have expectations, how can you give unconditional love? When you have expectations, let's take a little detour, 5 minutes. When you have expectations, how can you give unconditional love? Are you all following my question? So you're contradicting your own thoughts. At one side you're saying you will have expectations. Another side you're saying with expectations there cannot be pure love. So what is right? What is right? Should you have expectations or should you not have expectations? Huh? You should have expectations. When you have expectations not fulfilled, then where is unconditional love?
We should direct it where it is.
We should be?
We should direct it where it can be fulfilled.
You should direct it where it can be fulfilled. Okay. What is the time? Can somebody move that fire extinguisher? If it is not moved, you all will put fire on me after some time. Yeah. Koncham. Oh, great. Yeah. Now I know what is the time. Okay. Is having expectation a right thing or a wrong thing? Huh? Depends on the expectation.
It's partly true. Dharmic expectations should be there. Like children, they should take care of me. This expectation should be there. And can be there.
I feel expectations.
But I should be prepared to not also.
You should prepare to not also. Yes. Yes, bro?
Expectations is fine, but regardless of having expectation met or not, loving should be there.
Thank you. Very nice answers. You should have expectations, but don't be attached to those expectations. That is a crack. Right? We should have expectations, but don't be so attached to the expectations. Your attachment to the expectation is a problem. Expectation is not a problem. Right? But it's very difficult to be detached. That is a problem. That's where the problem comes. Right? See, we all want to become a pure devotee. You will become one day a pure devotee. Krishna will make us all into a pure devotee. But don't act like a pure devotee when you are not a pure devotee. Huh? Why are you? So what are you doing? You are creating expectation on yourself. And you are trying to act like somebody you are not. That will create pressure on you, pressure on others also. Whatever you are, in this situation, you are practicing devotion. In this situation, you are attending this seminar. Right? So again, coming back here, urge, fulfillment. For every urge, there is a fulfillment. When you are in trouble, what is the natural urge that comes to you? Natural urge, without any guidance.
Pray to God.
Pray. Right? When you are in trouble, natural urge, it will come out. It is impossible for anybody not to pray. Your father in the ICU, he got an accident, you're standing outside, you're an atheist, you don't believe in anything. You will stand outside for one moment. You're not looking at a bulb there. You lift your head. Even if you're an atheist, save my father. Who are you telling? Who are you telling? Sir, I don't believe in any God, sir. I'm not telling any. Who are you telling? Whether you believe or not, when nothing works, you know only one person can make it work. Right? You will surrender. There is a natural urge to surrender. There is a natural urge to pray. In this whole world, when there is a urge of thirst, there is water. When there is urge of hunger, there is food. When there is an urge of prayer, there has to be a fulfillment, and that fulfillment is God. Why don't we accept that? For everything, when there is a fulfillment, for urge to pray also, there is a fulfillment. Some people pray sun in the morning, Surya Bhagwan, Surya Narayan. I went once, to Grand Canyon. There, the people in the canyon inside, they pray the 5 elements. They do a dance also. All Surya, Chandra, all the earth, water, ether, fire. They actually worship. They don't know, they don't have awareness of the form of God. But they worship elements. They worship nature. And some of them who have good awareness, good scriptures, good guidance, will actually worship God himself in the form of Archa Vigraha. Which worship is greater? All of them are great. You can't say this is greater than this. It's all about your faith and your devotion. Yes, but when you can directly access God and worship directly God, the results are more sweeter and you can actually exchange a lot of things. Right? Worshipping Bhagavan versus worshipping Brahman versus worshipping Paramatma, 3 different levels. We'll discuss that in the 10th session that is coming. Why to worship what? Formless, form, all that thing we'll discuss. But understand, when there is an urge to pray, there has to be a fulfillment. There is an urge to surrender, there has to be somebody who can accept that surrender. Very clearly, anybody can prove this. Unless somebody who can, Vitanda Vadana bolte na, I am not going to agree no matter what you say. For such people, you can't do anything. For such people, just make them eat some prasadam and wait for them to transform. After 2 lives or 3 lives or in this life, one day they'll say, okay, sir, I think I understand this one thing. Right? So that's one way. Creation implies a creator. Do we see anything around which is not created? Anything. Show me that is not created. It just appeared by itself. Isaac Newton, he created a solar system model in his room. This is a real incident. Solar system model he created, where there is one planet in between. There are planets roaming around. He kept some levers, discs, and if you push the sun like this, all the other planets at different paces they will go. Earth will rotate once, in between that time, another planet. So it's a technical model he created. He didn't tell anybody. Real incident he created in his house, he kept it. One day for his birthday, his friends came home, uninvited. They opened the door, they saw this huge solar system in his house. And they went and told Newton, hey, what an amazing thing you created. It's so nice, so scientifically. He said, no, I didn't create. What do you mean you didn't create? It's there in your front room. I can see, the globe and the whole. No, I didn't create. It just appeared by itself. His friends will ask, are you joking me? How can this appear by itself? You created it, right? You kept this thing, then you kept a rod, then you welded it, then you kept another. There is a spacing, there is a rotating lever, there is this. Sir, I didn't create, sir. It just appeared by itself. The friend said, you are joking. Then Newton told, you are also joking when you say this whole solar system got created without God. This model you are not able to agree. This model I created, you are not able to agree that it's not created. What about this solar system? How can this whole thing be created without a creator, Baba? Huh? Is it possible? Is it even possible? No, it is not possible. You see a nice Rolex watch on the seashore. Can you tell that? No, actually what happened? Water is coming and hitting the rocks. Rocks changed its shape. Slowly it became a watch and then it started dialing. What do you call that fellow? Huh? It's not possible, right? When you see something, it's created. Once one lady was arguing with me. This happened in 2016. She came with two of her daughters. Right? I still have that audio with me. So she is a core atheist. Her daughters are willing to believe in God, teenage daughters. They both are nicely, interestingly hearing and all that. After this session only, does God exist? Said, sir, you believe what you believe, we believe what we believe, we don't believe in God. Boldly she told. I said, okay, Mataji, that's fine, you don't believe in God. But why do you say you don't believe in God? I told you so many examples. See, you all think whatever you say is your own belief. Her daughters were getting embarrassed. Why is our mother speaking like this? Very clearly, because she had a clear agenda that she wanted to prove that God doesn't exist, something like that. Something like that. Then I asked her a question. Have you gone to a restaurant anytime, Mataji? Said, yes, I have gone. Which restaurant? Kamath restaurant. I have gone. When you order a dosha, you get a dosa. Is that right? Yes, I ordered a dosa, I got a dosa. Who made that dosa? Did the dosa just appear like this? Somebody should have made that dosha, right? Do you believe sitting there that I'm eating that dosha and the dosha just appeared? Or there is a cook inside who made that dosha? What is true? She told, yeah, there is a cook who made that dosha. But you can't see that cook. You are sitting in the dining room. That fellow is there in the kitchen. You ordered a dosa, you got the dosa. Why do you believe that the cook exists? Then she got agitated. No, now you're trying to prove with this that, God also exists. Arey Baba, what is the problem in accepting God exists when so much creation can be seen around you? What is the problem? And unfortunately, that was the last class she came. There were 100 people sitting there. I didn't want to challenge her like that, but she was going on and on. I took an example. She felt insulted. Her two daughters, who wanted to actually learn science of self-realization, Bhagavad Gita, could never come to sessions again. But Krishna will take care of them. Somewhere they'll go and get connected. Right? But people are like that. The Vitandavadi. Your eyes. It is 2 million, it is composed of more than 2 million working parts. 576 megapixels is our eyes, as per scientific calculation. Tomorrow, it's not 576, it is 676. Take a Nobel. Another fellow will come and tell one more. We are still discovering what is going on. Is it not a miracle that we can see? We are seeing each other. Is that not a miracle? Who created this? Right? We don't know. There's so many, what is that? 1,000 blinks a day. Like this, we are blinking. I have some dry eye problem. I'm still struggling with that. I keep doing like this in between. Severe dry eyes problem I have. So I went to the doctor. She did a scan. She said, my lids are not producing as much water they should produce. And how many of you know there is a whole pipeline system in your lid? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The moment you do like this, they immediately they send water on your entire eyeball. And if some of them are corrupted or some of them stop working, your eyes will become very dry. Then you need something like, something like this, artificial drops. Once in a while you have to put. You don't have a choice. Or you have some Ayurvedic medicine which will increase the water supply into your eyelids. And there is a Devata called Nimi. His only job is your eyelids. You know that? When you say Mukkoti Devatas, You only know Ganeshji, Shivji and all that. There are so many devatas for each organ of your body. Right? And their job is to make that organ function in the right way. For eyes and eyelids, there is a devata called Nimi, Nimi. This is all science. Everything is functioning. There are some, what is that? Who can tell the future? Astrologers. Jyotisha. There are some who literally tell what is going to happen with you with day detail. Can you believe? It's a science, re Baba. Now, if I tell that, people will start calling me. Prabhuji, tell that number now. I'm not going to give any number. That's not why I'm telling you. One person told, I will have this problem starting from this month. Exactly that month. He told me 4 years before. Exactly the problem started. Literally, like month to month. He told from this date, you will have some trouble. From the date the trouble started. Now you might ask me, why did I go to him? There were some very disturbing events happening in my life, my family. I went and asked, can you tell me what more disturbance is going to come so I can prepare myself? Astrology is not to bypass a problem, it is for preparing for the problem. Problem will come. By wearing a stone, problem will be postponed, not removed. Right? There are some forces that you can send back, certain grahas that can send back. They're coming towards you. The problem is coming towards you, affecting you. You can wear some things to hold on to that problem, but it will not be holded for too long. It will come. Science. It's a science that you and me cannot believe, but it exists. Exists. Very much exists. This beetle, there was a incident that happened somewhere in the Amazon forest or somewhere. Bats were dying. Gabilalu, bats. They were continuously dying in that place. Bats, they go around in the night, but they never bump into each other. Seen that? Thousands of bats going at a pace of like very fast they go, but they never bump into each other, and they never bump into object also. And some of them, they say bats are blind also. How is it possible? Can you walk from here to there in this room closing your eyes? 2 seconds, you'll immediately open your eyes, say, Amma, I don't know what is coming ahead. Bats, they were bumping into each other and dying. So scientists went and started doing some experiment there, researching what exactly is going on. They research, they could not find out. In that region only they are dying. They took those bats to another place, there they are not dying. In that region only they are dying. Something is happening in that region which they could not figure out. Then they saw there is a beautiful beetle, purugu, insect, that is in that area. And it is releasing signals. Those signals are disrupting the signals of bats. Their entire signals are getting, broken. And because of that, the bat doesn't know which side to go, this side to go. They're bumping into each other. They're falling dead. Then what did these Americans do? The research. They took that beetle into their lab. And they researched on it. And they tried to pull out the technology for developing those signals to disrupt the signals of enemy countries in wars. They're using. Right? Now, this is something that you are doing. But who created that signal mechanism? Somebody should have created, right? Huh? What about this? You see so many mosquitoes on your head? Evening time? Have you ever seen one mosquito bumping into another mosquito falling on your head? Can you imagine sending so many fighter jets in the sky going around like those mosquitoes? Can you do that? Even the best of the pilot in the whole planet cannot fly like the mosquito. They never bump into each other. How many are there? 100 on each head. Is there a creator? Is there a technology? How are they knowing how far they are from each other? Prabhu, if you want to see there is a creator, eagle has 3 eyelids. How many of you know this? There is a whole book on this. One devotee has written. I'll send you that link of that book. You can buy it in Amazon. Amazing book. He will tell you like 1,000 examples. Prove me how this happened, how the this particular nature is there in a particular species. Eagle has 3 eyelids. Transparent eyelids it has. When eagle sees something to eat, 2-3 kilometers high in the sky, it knows it comes at a pace of a bullet. And at that pace, it cannot see. So it has a special eyelid, it closes, it can see, but the air is not. And at one point, when the speed is too much, it has another eyelid also. And third eyelid to finally close its eyes. Right? Now, how did these 3 eyelids who created? Prabhuji, वो naturally create हुआ Prabhuji. Actually, eagle को नहीं मालूम था. उसकी मम्मी ने बताया, start developing a new eyelid. Then उसको धीरे धीरे एक छोटा eyelid आया. Then उसको देख के उसको लगा ये बस नहीं है Prabhuji, एक और चाहिए. उसके पिताजी ने बताया, another eyelid. So इसीलिए 3 है. Natural Prabhuji, natural. How can these things happen naturally? There has to be a creator. According to the need, the whole design is done. Why is the water in a sea salty? Why not sweet? God is an unintelligent person, right? Itna ocean banaya, he should have simply made it sweet. So much drinking water problem would have been solved. You'll simply take a can, dip it in the ocean, bring it and drink.
There will be problem of salt. There will get salt.
For that, he can create some lake, some stone. There is some salt in the mountains also. Why need salt in the ocean? Design problem, na? See, we are better designers than God. No. When there is, you take 2 bowls. Now you can experiment after going home. Put some salt in the water in one bowl. Just one bowl without any salt. Keep it in the sun. See which one evaporates first. Water with the salt evaporates first. So when he wants to produce rain, in whichever part of the world, he knows how to evaporate. And you put anything precious that you don't want it to be contaminated, put some salt and keep it. It will remain for a longer time. Without salt, it immediately deteriorates. So for something not to contaminate, salt. So you want it to be uncontaminated water. Water should not be contaminated by anything. Any dead object falls also, it should not be contaminated. And it can easily evaporate. And you have a nice machinery which flies in the sky with gallons of water, billions of gallons of water, and a plane can go through it. Nothing will happen to the plane. And it will come and dispose exactly how much is planned there. Not more than that. According to the wish of God, it can happen. What a great science. And when it evaporates and goes through the clouds, and when it comes back, there is no salt in it. Right? Pure drinking water. It's coming down. Explain this. Prabhuji, this all thing actually kya hua na? One day, one person put some salt in the water, it evaporated, something happened, it rained. Hurry, there is a design. Can't you see the design? Why is the child crying? Because she wants attention. Simple. Attention of mother. Attention of mother. She is hungry, right? But also needs attention. Natural way to show that attention is cry. Create a scene, right? So there is a urge, there is a fulfillment. So there is a design. So you all believe there is a creator, Prabhuji? You can tell these examples. I know you all believe, but you can tell these examples. Prove it, Baba. There has to be a creator. Show me one thing that is not created. Everything is created. Sun is created. Who is supplying gas to sun for burning like that? Strait of Hormuz. वो ब्लॉक कर दिया. सन को कोई प्रॉब्लम है क्या? God looking at ईरान से क्या कर रहा है? गैस नहीं आएगा तो क्या होगा मेरा? Nothing like that. Unlimitedly it's burning. Who created that? How is Earth floating? Ask a scientist. How is earth floating? अरे दिखा रे बाबा, सब कुछ साइड में रख. How is earth floating? He doesn't have an answer.
Sir, there must be a book with all these things.
There is a book already.
Kindly.
I'll send it to you. Nobody has answers for this. You talk about all science and everything. When Hiranyaksha was taking out gold from the earth planet, Hiranya means gold. He was so attached to gold. Mother Earth was very unhappy because when you pull out all these natural minerals and gold out of earth planet and you're exploiting it, the magnetic force with which the earth is floating in the equilibrium will be disturbed and earth will fall. That is a problem. That's what exactly happened. And then Varahadev had to come and lift the earth back and fill it with all the ingredients again. Whatever you are extracting from the earth is going to pose problem. Definitely, there is no discussion on that. Don't think it's available for me. It's not like a cool drink that I put a straw and I actually drink like this. No. These are all minerals. These are all things not to be used. Some things are not to be used. It maintains the right climate. It maintains the right heat. It maintains the right situation on the earth planet. You are pulling and using it. Using it beyond barriers. It will create problem. Global warming problem, but it's been there. It will keep happening. Don't worry. Everything will be revived again. When Satyayoga cycle starts, again everything will go down. All our Mayom Krishi, Mayom Avatar, Aparna, all these will go down. Your flat will go down. Again empty ground will be there. Again rishis will come. Tapasya will start. People will start coming back. But again Kali Yuga will come. Again artificial. When chat GPT will come. When all these AI tools will come. People will think we have become very intelligent. All of them will again go down. Right? The cycle. There is no end to this cycle. So Big Bang Theory. How many of you believe in Big Bang Theory? How many of you got full marks writing Big Bang Theory? Mila, na full marks? What is a Big Bang Theory? Can you tell me? कोई एक तो बताओ यार. हाँ बोलो.
Singularity and then
Blasted. And then the whole world got created. कितना अच्छा theory है ना? हाँ? Big Bang Theory. Design पूरा बना के. Another Big Bang Theory, after the effects of bomb blast should look like this. When something blasts, how does it look after that? सुंदर दिखता है क्या? Huh? When something blasts, how does it look? Everything is scattered. How come it is looking like this after Big Bang Theory? Right? This is a photo from New Hampshire, one of the best fall places, fall colors. How come it is looking so beautiful? Huh? Many questions are there in Big Bang Theory. Nobody is answering. Nobody has an answer. See, when a bomb blasts, objects they'll go like this, right? Huh? So just imagine this kartal is beside a bomb. Huh? It bomb. So how will this kartal go? Like this it will go. Right? It should go like this, right? If it goes like this, then goes like this, then goes like this, then there is a problem. Is there a problem or no? The universe should go like this. How can an object go like this, shift its way, and then again go like this, then shift its way, go somewhere like that? Then there is a problem in the theory, isn't it? Orbit should be same. Or it can slow down, but it can't change the orbit, right? There are so many that they are seeing in the universe, orbit is changing. If there is a big bang that happened, why is the orbit changing? Like this, there are many questions. Nobody answered, but it is there in ICSE, CBSE syllabus. We all have come from the Big Bang. Huh? Does your common sense accept it? That some Big Bang happened and we all came out of Big Bang. Mataji, you came from Big Bang. Prabhuji, you came from Big Bang. Does it make sense? Can you create any Big Bang that creates whatever that we see here today? Nothing like that. They investigated. Nothing beautiful comes out of a Big Bang. Hiroshima, it was a Big Bang. What beautiful came out of that? Diseases. Right? So much destruction came out of a Big Bang. Train accident, 2006. Train blast happened in Bombay. Many of you are not born then. How many were not born by 2006? Lift your hand. You're all born after 2006. We're all okay. But you were very young at that time, many of you. Right? I was there. 2006. Continuous blasts. 12 blasts happened in Bombay. 12 blasts. People are dying left, right, and center. North Bombay, South Bombay, East Bombay, West Bombay. Top. They're getting blasted. Was there investigation after those blasts? Yes. Did they find out who did those blasts? Who? Who does this blast business in India? या कोई कांग्रेस वाला है क्या? नहीं है ना? Who does this blast business? कंट्री का नाम बोलो यार, जोर से बोलो ना, और जोर से बोलो ना. पाकिस्तान. क्यों इतना हेजिटेट कर रहे हो रे बाबा? फैक्ट को फैक्ट बोलो ना. टेररिस्ट सर इसमें हेजिटेट की इनके क्या बात है? They did it. They did an investigation. They found out. The blast happened. It was planned by Pakistan. Islamic terrorism. They completely created the whole theory. They created terrorists. They came. They planted the bombs. It was all blasted. So investigation was done. है कि नहीं? For Bombay, you have done the investigation. Government deputed special inquiry committee. Who did the blast? What made him do the blast? Was investigated. Guilty was caught and punished by the authorities. So investigation was done for train blast. What about Big Bang? Our entire existence is, theoried as that these all happened through Big Bang. कोई investigation किया क्या है theory का? Bombay blast का investigation हुआ, Big Bang का investigation हुआ क्या? नहीं हुआ. That means what? What are we reading in our textbooks? It's an atheistic philosophy that there is no God. Everything came from Big Bang. समझ रहे? This is how we are. We are not told God doesn't exist. They will create theories in such a way which will make you believe that God doesn't exist. If Big Bang is true, where is God? We all just evolved. We just came into picture, isn't it? You are really bothered so much, then do the investigation. Na? Go to the internet and see. There are actually people doing investigation on Big Bang. And they have already told the whole thing is a hoax. It's a meaningless story. It's a meaningless theory. There is no basis for that. But they are hesitating to remove it from the textbooks. कोई नया syllabus replace करना पड़ेगा ना. In place of that, it will come. Instead of Big Bang, it will come Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita? No. Big Bang is okay. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Aham sarvasva prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhujante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. From me comes spiritual world. From me comes material world. Comes everything. I am the source of everything. And the one who understands this, understands me. Prabhuji, this is blind belief, Prabhu. Big Bang is good, Prabhu. How is Big Bang good? That is the problem. Lord Krishna declares. Please repeat after me. Aham sarvasva prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava sanvita. I am the source of all spiritual material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this, engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. Clearly is telling, God himself is telling, I am the one who has created everything. Everything is coming from me. And more detail you want, you would read Bhagavatam, 2nd canto. By element he tells how the creation started. What did Brahma create first? What were the subtle energies? What were the gross energies? Land, ether, water, fire, metals, everything. Whole design is there. Entire blueprint of the universe is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. I don't want to believe it, Prabhuji. Why you don't want to believe? It's all there. It's not like a blind belief or anything. A scientific mind is right to accept Big Bang theory, but not God as a creator. Science also develops its theories observing the invisible principles, invisible laws of the nature. In spirituality, such invisible laws are understood and realized by creator. See, I will tell you, Prabhuji, every day, please chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Chant on the beats, keep it on this big finger, keep this finger outside. Chant every day. Do 4 rounds, do 8 rounds, do 16 rounds in 16 rounds in 6 months. 2 hours a day you invest on this, chant with concentration, take shelter of these names, and slowly your consciousness will change, your anger will decrease, your faith will increase, your compassion will increase, your nature to do comparative analysis will come down. You will see everything as everybody as one. All these natural changes will come in you. Prabhuji, I don't believe all this. Sad note. Kuch acha bol. What did I tell? I told you that this works. No, Prabhu, it's all invisible thing. All these things that you're telling, it's not tangible. Science also works with invisible things. Once Newton was sitting under a tree, one apple fell down. If I was there, I would have eaten the apple. He didn't eat. He holded the apple and saw, why did it fall down? Why didn't it go up? What was that? A visible principle? It was an invisible principle. Then he said there has to be some force that is pulling it down. It has to be gravity. And then he developed a formula. Gravity is equal to what? 9.8. You better make it 9.8. Otherwise, you will not get your marks. All students in the engineering lab are like, अरे 7 आ रहा है, 9 बना. Mark नहीं आएगा, 9 बना उसको. That's what is going on. Science has so many invisible principles. Law of vibration, law of relativity, law of cause and effect, law of polarity, law of rhythm, law of gestation, transmutation. All these are what? Invisible principles. Go and read these laws. You are ready to believe a law written by the science. You are not ready to invisible principles of spirituality that actually works. If you chant, if you stop eating, hurting other living entities, you will develop some qualities inside you automatically. You don't have to do anything extra. Just follow the process. Get up every day morning, Brahma Muhurta. Your bad habits go. I challenge anybody has bad habits. Get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, take bath by 4:30, sit down, hold the Japamala, do your rounds. Cigarette smoking will go, drinking will go, all kinds of bad thoughts will go. It's a science. Prabhu, science कैसे होगा प्रभु जी? अरे invisible principle, Baba, I'm telling you. It's an invisible principle. It works. Try na. When you go to a temple, there is a whole vibrations, there is a whole rhythms of sounds, mantras. Bad thoughts will not come. When you go inside a temple, bad thoughts will not come unless you are so bad. Naturally, it doesn't come. When you go inside, you feel like doing some service. You feel like, can I do something? Can I clean this? Can I serve this? Those thoughts only will come. We have a problem accepting God as a person. Why? Prabhu, God cannot be a person. We'll discuss more on this later. But now, since we know who is God, or God is there, God exists, but he cannot be a person. Why? If you make him a person, is limited, na? God is unlimited. How can you make him a person? Person means limited. Impersonal means unlimited. Is that true? Anything which doesn't have a form, is he unlimited or limited? This building, is it limited?
Yes.
I blasted this building. Is it unlimited?
No.
Still limited only. So our concept of having a form and not having a form has got nothing to do with limited and unlimitedness. God is unlimited, but still he has a form. The form is also unlimited. Right? You can't just say that God cannot be a person because you are limiting him. Having a form, not having a form has got nothing to do with limitedness or unlimitedness. It's a mental conception. This room is limited. If this is blasted, does it become unlimited? No, it is still limited. Accepting God as a person means what? Here is orders. Now we have a new boss. More responsible feeling as a person is watching as against power watching. Fulfilling his wishes, which we may or may not like. See, if I tell in the office, if आएगा तो problem If I tell all that, hey, manager आएगा तो problem होगा, देना, hey, oh अनुराग जी आने से problem होता, हो अनुराग आ रहा क्या, चलो तुम बैठो, right? Remember, Anurag is a very, very dangerous person. He will catch, he will punish, he will sack all of these people. है कि नहीं? नाम में दम है नहीं है? Recognizing with a name, उसमें दम है नहीं है? Immediately दम है, क्यों? You know the power of that person. सब सुख लही तुम्हारी शरणा, रक्षक काहे को डरना. Who is that? Hanuman ji. The moment you chant Bajrang Bali ki jai, you get strength. Right? Name has a power. Person has a power. It's not because you remember the qualities of the person. Qualities of a person. One real incident, recently I went on a yatra, South Indian yatra. Balgovind Prabhu, my senior godfather, is sitting with me. His sister had a problem when she was very young. When she was very young, 4 years old, 5 years old, very young girl, she got possessed. Now you might say, Prabhuji, I don't believe all these things. She got possessed. She was not eating, she was vomiting, she was not able to speak, small child. Sometimes she was speaking like somebody else. They tried to show to many doctors. Doctors had finally told, take her home. I don't think she'll survive. Weeks and months passed, she became lean like a stick. They all said they're going to die. She's going to die. There was one Hanumanji's temple, outside the village, somewhere inside of the village. That Pujari came to their home for something. He came. They told, this is the situation. Entire village knew this is happening. Nobody can do anything. It's a village near Warangal. Real incident. His sister is still there. If you want to talk to her, if she remembers that. He told, Amma, I will come every evening here. I will chant one Hanumat Stotra. One Rakshak Stotra is there. I will chant this mantra along with your child. Please allow me. Yes, please do. Because she is dying. 7 days he chanted. 8th day she got up. She started eating, drinking. She became normal. Now she is married. Her daughter is also married. Now you tell me, is there science in this or no? What is the meaning of science? Science का क्या मतलब है? There is an experiment, hence proved. There is a result. That is science, right? उससे ज़्यादा क्या है science? There is a hypothesis. There is a theory. Through that hypothesis, you're proving that theory. Here is a result, hence proved. Here is a situation. Here is a solution done by that person. Here is the result. It worked. It worked because of faith. Does it mean you will take every cancer patient, do the same sutra, it should work? Depends on faith. You can't just reject something that doesn't work somewhere and work somewhere. Science doesn't work in many places. One girl died of rabies in Tamil Nadu. It came in the newspaper. Now, does it mean you reject science? So many patients are dying and going to the hospital still. Why are you going to the hospital? So many people are dying in the hospital. Why are you going? You'll go because kya karoge baba? No science can make you 100% positive. Spirituality also, it works, depends on your faith. You can't just reject. So there is a science. He will also have material body with material body and all material body. This is the problem. They think that, see, I have a material body, I'll get disease, I'll become old. If God also have a body, he'll get disease, so God doesn't have a body. They compare our body with God's body and say that, no, God cannot be a person because he also will have the same problems like me. No, his body is different, our body is different. His body is completely spiritual, our body is completely material. Right? So there are many things. We all get these questions in perspective because our thinking is like thinking in a frog in a well. We only know this much. We don't know anything about God, but we are commenting on God. We are commenting on spirituality. How can you understand the other dimension if you are not ready to listen, if you are not ready to experiment? Karo experiment. I am challenging everybody sitting here. You chant 16 rounds for 6 months. ठीक है, 6 months ज़्यादा है. 3 महीना chant करो. What month is this? August 1st, right? August, September, October. November 1st, we all will meet here. I'll ask you. Tell me who is ready for that challenge. I'll ask you some questions. Your perspective today, your perspective after 3 months will be changing. This is not mind brainwashing or anything. You are just sitting and chanting God's names. So much power it has. So much power. Law implies a lawmaker. There are laws. So much traffic is going on. Still you need a traffic kavaldar, right? Can you keep the red lights and leave the matter? You can keep, na? There will be lawbreakers. Once in Japan, they did this whole big network, bullet train, everything they did. All the most difficult puzzles they solved and said, now it can run without any human beings. One day it crashed. One day without a human being. Human intervention is needed. Lawmaker is needed. Laws are needed. The more the automation, the more the repairs. Right? Every IT engineer know what I'm saying. Humans can never design laws which will work in all permutations, combinations, which fail miserably whenever we try. You cannot automate anything 100%. Many of you are ready to buy a Tesla and sit in the car in Begum Bazaar. Tesla gaya bhaad mein. One auto driver will prove it. You cannot. There's nothing but a driver, he knows everything. Right? In Indian roads, you can drive any, but no machine can replace it. So there is a lawmaker. There are many laws, right? There are many laws. Time deteriorating law. Is this law functioning? You're all becoming old? Huh? है कि नहीं? Hair dye डाला नहीं डाला अलग बात है. बूढ़े हो रहे नहीं हो रहे हो? हो रहे हैं ना? Are you taking birth and dying? Yes. Can anyone stop this law? Can anyone stop the sun from rising? Our Nityananda Swami did it once. उसका joke आता है करके. I got up in the morning and I told, sun, you don't rise. He didn't rise. Then I told, rise, it rised. And people are saying, Guruji, what amazing, Guruji, what amazing. See the comments there. Baapre. Nobody can deny God's laws. You cannot fiddle with it. Most intelligent. There are also some intelligent scientists who have concluded that there is God. There are very famous books written by them. David Melton and the many PhD guys. They have ultimately concluded. There are so many laws. I can send this slide, you can see. These many laws are there to keep the planet in its place. If one of the laws changes, our entire planet will be filled with water. It's a perfect combination that is keeping water, air separate on the planet. Perfect combination. Little fiddle there, 0.00001, the angle changes, we are done. Earth goes a little more closer to sun, we are all burnt to ashes. Burnt to ashes. Little. Perfect distance. Perfect movement. Perfect everything. How is so perfect? You can read this entire slide. This shows, explain the perfect balance maintained for life on this planet to exist. I don't like science, that's why I never do science, but look at this. 0.0007. If it were 0.006, only hydrogen could exist. Otherwise, there won't be any oxygen. How is this possible? Greatest scientist, Albert Einstein. The more I study science, the more I believe in God. There are some scientists who actually concluded like that. One of the things I really like is, they said, where science stops, God begins. Right? Science only goes so far, then comes God. Both religion and science require a belief in God. For believers, God is in the beginning, and for physicists, he is at the end of all considerations. To the former, he is the foundation, to the latter is the crown of edifice, and for every generalized worldview. Meaning, science will take you to a point, after that, it has to be God. God particle, they did an experiment. Billions of dollars they spent in Europe. God particle. They started going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Molecules, newtons. What is that particle that is moving? They went such a big microscope, huge laboratory. They pushed themselves to see what is there at the core. It was so small that even the Microsoft, whatever, they cannot see. And at that point, they went and saw there is a whole city like New York operating inside. What is such a complex thing? It's such a small thing, and they gave up. We cannot go further down. What is that God particle? We don't know. Sveteshwara Upanishad says 1/10,000, the tip of a hair is the size of a soul. Tip of a hair. Hair, tip. Take that. Make 10,000 parts of it. 10,000 parts of it. That is the size of a soul. That means basically it's spiritual. You can see it. Through anything material, you can't see it. It's spiritual. Right? The same soul is making us walk, making this big body walk, and the same body of an ant is making it walk, and the body of a blue whale also it is making it walk. Consciousness. Such a small. What a technology of God. Material nature and laws work under God's direction. He is telling. If somebody says, God, did he tell anywhere? Yeah. Maya dikshena prakriti characharam hetu jagad vipartate. 9th chapter is telling. This material nature, which is one of my energies, is working under my direction. Maya dikshena prakriti. According to my order, it is functioning. O son of Kunti, moving and non-moving beings. Under its rule, this manifestation is again and again. Right? Now, these are statements. Bhagavad Gita is a conclusive book. That's why they say, Sarva Upanishadu Gavo Dokta Goparana. After all the Upanishads, the whole conclusion is coming out in the form of Bhagavad Gita. But you want more details? There are Puranas. You can go into Puranas. You can go into... In 3rd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, it shows what is happening inside an embryo. How a child is growing inside an embryo. Day by day detail is given. A woman can know. A woman can know whether my child will be left-handy or a right-handy even before the child is not come out. What kind of a nature the child will have. How much he has grown. Everything is there. Everything is there. The moment life goes into the body, your menstrual cycle stops, right? Immediately it stops. There is no more periods. Means what? Life has started. How is the signal going? How is the whole body understanding? And people say, no, Prabhuji, I can abort. If I don't need the child before these many months, I abort. I will not get any sin. You will get a sin. Your body already declared that there is a life inside. Is it not true? Entire metabolic. Prabhu, is there a lawmaker? Is there a design? Clearly dikh raha hai. Actually, mothers, you're all mothers here. You are going to see something that we fathers will never understand. Miraculous things will happen. Emotionally, you will change. I used to have a teacher, very strict in my school. She used to beat all the time children. She got married, she had a child, she completely changed. Yeah, she became pregnant, she had a child. After that, she stopped beating us. As a child, we observed that. As I was maybe in my 8th grade or 7th grade. अरे ये मेंद्रा है मुझको पढ़ता ले तुम नहीं मार रही है क्या हुआ होता है body changes, everything is connected. You cannot come with your own conclusions that the bride is not moving and walking so I can abort. No, you are aborting a life that just started. So we should be responsible for everything. You whatever your science says is still not born. What is your birth date? Not the date you came out of the body. The date you got conceived is your birth date. The first sanskara is not your sanskara. It is Garbhadhana sanskara. Even before you are born. Right? Science goes really high. And when some scientists read that 3rd canto, you can read in 3rd canto, Kapila Deva explaining to Devahuti the science of embryo to life. You'll be shocked. Scientists were shocked. 5,000 years ago, this was documented. Even now, we don't have the facts that you are telling in a scripture. We'll discuss that next week. Why to believe in scriptures? Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasha ahankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. I am the one who is doing everything. Modes are doing everything. And you are thinking that you are the doer. Krishna is telling how is the world functioning. Now, definition of God. We'll end with this. One old fellow was sitting with a newspaper. He was seeing Hema Malini and he was saying, Hey Ma. Somebody seeing him was thinking, oh, he's thinking about Mata. Right? Perception can be different. One person can see something and tell something, but what he means is something else. You and me cannot define God. One fellow, he was going on outside, he was walking, he felt very thirsty. He saw a watermelon. He opened the watermelon, he had nice watermelon, he felt very nice. What water inside, what a God's creation. Such a big fruit, he kept it down. So it's easy for me to eat. Then he went and slept under a big tree. Okay? So small fruits. Then he went and slept under a big tree. One small fruit fell on his head. Then immediately, thank God, thank you. You did not design as per my, otherwise I would have died now. What if a big fruit fell from a big tree? Right? Design of God be questioned. According to me is the biggest disease in this planet. According to me, God is like this. According to you, you are a frog. That's all you are. You don't know anything. You have to know. You have to know about God, the greatness of God. Everyone's revelation of God can be different based on their surrender, but definition of God cannot be different. The cheapest thing today, God is the cheapest talk. Your God is your, my God is mine. We don't like anyone limiting God by defining God. God is what we think He is. General statements. But define who is God. My religion has a God, so does your religion. Combining is a compromise. Talking about God can lead to conflict. Deal with them individually. Your God, tera Bhagwan. Arre tera mera kuch nahi hai wahan pe, Bhagwan ek hi hai. And there is a definition of God. You can't define God according to your whims. I like this statement of Albert Einstein. He says, two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity. And I am not sure about the universe. Right? Definition of God by all authorized scriptures. God is source of everything. Prabhuji is source of everything. Source of this house, source of this city, source of this planet, source of this universe, source of this galaxy, source of all the galaxies. He is that. Not for your planet alone. Ishvara Parama Anandigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Brahma is saying he is the source of everything, cause of everything. He is the controller of everything. Can we control everything? Cannot control. Can you name anyone who's controlling? President is controlling? No. One person himself as Bhagavan. He himself died, in old age in an ICU. Did he control his hair fall? Can anybody control his hair fall here? How can declare that you are God? His order is always done. No one can order him. That's God. One fellow told, I am the boss and my wife gives me the permission to say so. Right? Yes. What is the definition? Supreme proprietor of everything. He is the owner. Nobody can say, this I can take from you. Your house is there today. Tomorrow government decides to put a road from there. What can you do? Can you go and argue? Yeah, I have EC also, I have Pahani also, I have document also, registration document. भाड़ में क्या सब कुछ साढ़ा हटाओ निकालो रे बुलडोजर निकालो घर को. Government has sanctioned. Government can snatch away anything. Nothing is yours. But God's nobody can snatch. He's a proprietor of everything. We are not even a proprietor of our own body. Right? He is the person who is alive. He is the person who is dead. He couldn't even stop his own body. Country, is the shape of the country changing? No. What we used to be before and what we are now and what will become, I don't know. Nothing is permanent, but God is a proprietor, enjoyer. He is the enjoyer of everything. How many have gone to Gokul Chat? Koti. Many of you are not from Hyderabad, right? That is the problem. From my childhood days, it is there near Women's College in Koti, Gokul Chat. Right? I used to like dahi puri there. Very nice, sweet, cold dahi puri gives. So we used to go. So one night after watching second show, we went to that shop. It is around 11:15. Still it is open. Small stall, Gokul Chat. So we went and I ordered dahi puri, he gave and I was eating. Everybody are working hard, making dahi puri, making chaat, this, that. One van came. One Maruti van. In those days, Maruti van was the most latest. One Maruti van came. One stout fellow with this big stomach, he came outside. Pajama. Came outside. He took one polythene bag, folded the cash like this, stuffed into the polythene bag, made a knot of the polythene bag. 5-6 bags of cash he took, put into the van, and he went. And all the remaining people are still, cleaning the vessels, making this and making that. Who is the enjoyer? That fellow, right? Again, we're all doing so many things, but who is the enjoyer? In those days only understood, there has to be enjoyer also. Not everybody is. He is making all of them work hard, he is taking the money and going. Again, in the same way, this is the Gokul chat example I gave. Here is the Gokul chat, right? So in the same way, there is a creator, there is a maintainer, there is a destroyer. Is creation a work? Destroying a work? Maintaining a work? Why will God do all this now? God is not a creator. God doesn't need to maintain. God doesn't need to destruct also. He will keep three avatars. God is an enjoyer. You should understand that. God is an enjoyer. That is why he is God. If God is also working, then what is the big problem is there? Again, he does work. The benefit of other living entities, not as a duty. For him, there is no duty. He says in Bhagavad Gita, I have no duty to come here. I am just coming here to set a right example. Right? So you should understand, Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Sahridam Sarva Bhutanam Nyatma Mam Shantim Rachati. The sages know me, knowing me as the ultimate purpose of all sacrifice and austerities, the supreme lord of all planets and demigods and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attain peace from pangs of this material miseries. You should understand, he is Bhokta. He is the enjoyer of everything. And we are all here to be enjoyed. And when he enjoys us, we also enjoy. There is a clear relationship. So definition of God, the proof of enjoyer means he has to be a proprietor. Proof of controller means he has to be the creator, and proof of creator means he has to be the cause of all causes. Then only he is God. If somebody says he is God, Prabhupada said he is not God God, he is DOG dog. You can't just declare somebody as God. If somebody says he is God, difficult test. Ask him to lift Govardhan Hill or ask him to stop the rising of sun. Medium, moderate test. You can ask him to read all shlokas of Bhagavad Gita without seeing, or all Bhagavatam without seeing. You can ask him to control 10 monkeys. Lord Ram is God because he controlled billions of monkeys. Right? Then you can declare. Simple test. Simple than that. What you can tell? If I'm declaring that I'm God, how can you test me whether I'm God or no? Sit for a whole day. Yes. Just give me 3 glasses of water and ask me not to go to toilet. I'll immediately fall at your feet after 2 hours. Amma, I'm not God. Let me go. Very easy to prove. Very easy to prove. Right? And some things I wrote. Yeah. Huh? Marry one wife and keep her 100% happy. After so many, it's impossible. You can't. One husband also. You can't. Right? On soap floor. What to speak of dancing on Kaliya Nag? Krishna danced on a snake, slippery snake. Can you dance? You see a snake, you will dance. Hare Krishna. So Prabhuji, point is very simple. You can get answers to all these questions. Start seeing God in your life. That is the conclusion of this session. From today onwards, anything that is happening around you, observe it and appreciate it. Then you will automatically feel that there is a protector. Don't feel nobody is there to protect you. There is always God to protect us. Calamities will come. We'll discuss that in 8th and 9th session. Why do bad things happen to good people? If there is a God, why are wrong things happening to me? All those answers you'll get. But first understand that there is God. He is there. He is very much doing everything. We can't see it, we can't feel it, but we will when you start chanting. Yuga Dharma of this Kali Yuga is to chant. Last week we spoke for 3 hours about chanting. Please hear that session. Why we should chant. How is this a scientific process? How does it work? Everything is there. And this Kali Yuga, when you chant the names of God, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. God is saying that the layers of dust on our vision will be removed. Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Darpan will be cleared. Then we can see the world the way it is. Otherwise, we can't find out. It's very difficult. It's a science in itself. You have to appreciate this science and experiment with it. I'm not telling blindly believe. Try it for 3 months. And then you come and tell me, is it working or no? But without trying, if you are rejecting, then that's not science at all. You know? So does God exist? Yes, He exists. And next session, what we are going to discuss is lot of examples from scriptures to prove that scriptures are true. I gave 2 examples today. That human embryo, I told, it is there in Srimad Bhagavatam, which even scientists don't know how to explain. Like that, there are so many examples which even science cannot explain now. It is there in the scriptures. Next week will be pure session taking you through all the scriptures, many of the scriptures. Upanishads, Itihasas, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad, many places will quote and will show how is it true that scriptures we should believe. Don't blindly believe anything. Just because I'm giving this book, don't start worshipping it. You have to learn the book, you have to understand, get the faith in the book. Then you can tell your friends, your children, your relatives, your parents, you can tell God exists. Okay, quickly, any questions? We'll wrap up. I know it's very late. It's 2 hours and 49 minutes since we started. You all are tolerating me so much, which means God exists. Another way. Yeah. Any questions? Yes, Mataji. Pass the mic. Yeah.
So we have many times discussed that body is different and the soul is different.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, if body and the brain does the karma, why soul has to carry?
The body and the soul does the karma.
Body and the brain.
Brain does the karma. Okay, why the soul has to carry? Hare Krishna. It's a nice question. Actually, you're opening an entire session now. So I will not get into that. Too much get into that. But I'll tell you one thing. Body doesn't do anything. Body is like a cloth. You're wearing a cloth. Right? You are still doing everything. Soul has the choice of doing and not doing anything. What body can do is it can influence the soul. Urges, senses, our body. Sense objects, they keep pulling. Do this, see this, eat this. Urges keep coming. Soul still has the decision whether it wants to do or not. Free will, aspect of free will is only given to soul, not to body. That is the reason soul has to pay the price for it, for its choices. I made a wrong choice, so I have to pay for it. Soul is the brain. Soul is the complete intelligence. So we'll talk about this in 5th session, Mataji, which is called Who Am I? Where we'll discuss in depth about soul. What is soul? What is Sukshma Sharira, subtle body, gross body, ghostly body? What are all these things? All this discussion will happen. There I'll explain you, the Sukshma Sharira, what does it include? What is intelligence? Where does the brain come in? Right? Mataji, one real incident that happened is a construction worker somewhere in Europe. He had an accident. Some rod hit his head. And when they went and scanned it, he did not have a brain. You can Google it. He did not have a brain. They actually saw the whole brain substance is not there. So how is he functioning? Which means mind is much above brain. Brain is just a 400 grams muscle sitting inside, all nervous system. Doesn't mean that is the only way your body is functioning. There is mind and buddhi. Intelligence is even above mind. Even science cannot understand sometimes. Recently, one YouTuber, he also was talking about after-death experience. And he actually talked about example we many times talked. One lady who died, after she died, she was telling what all happened around her. Practically her brain is dead. How can she know? So these questions we'll discuss on length. This all, little, I'll say, topics which, are interesting relating to soul and brain in the Who Am I session. Don't miss that. It will be, I think, the 5th session, 5th or 6th. Who am I? I humbly request everybody sitting here, these sessions that are there, right? These 12 sessions, don't miss them. Because if you miss them, you are going to miss something very important, the gap. All your questions will be answered. Many questions you all have, I am 100% sure. Many of your questions will be answered. Remaining, we'll make a note and we'll answer. But don't miss these sessions. After this, we are starting Bhagavad Gita. When we start Bhagavad Gita, then we don't stop. Krishna, Arjuna, Samvadam, the whole Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, everything will start, and the whole conclusion, but you'll appreciate it only when you attend these 12 sessions. So I humbly request, if you have any friends of yours who are also having this kind of questions, encourage them to come here, hear it, go through this. After that, they can reject. After that, they can say, I don't believe in all this, you do what you do. But without knowing this, many people today are rejecting Sanatan Dharma, rejecting scriptures, rejecting religion. It's not nice. Right? Okay, any other question? You good? Yes, bro. Last one. You can give the mic to Prabhu. Your name, Prabhu? Oh, Keshav. Okay, you are the one. One other devotee told Prabhuji, I think you work in Google, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So since Buddhi is above mind and soul is even above Buddhi, and proving anything is a matter of Buddhi, applying Buddhi, then
what did you say in the beginning? What is above what?
So since mind is above the body and Buddhi is even above the mind and soul is even much above the Buddhi itself.
Soul, between soul and Buddhi, there is Ahankar. There is one more layer. Yeah.
Right. And the matter of proving anything is, I think, a matter of Buddhi. Right?
Yes.
Then, like, proving that soul exists and God exists is, I think, is a waste of time. Because we can only experience it. We cannot prove it with our intellect.
Yes. So, simple example to that, Prabhu, is that, even after hearing so much, even after proving so much, if somebody is still rejecting God's existence, that means he doesn't have Buddhi. Number one. Number two, Buddhi itself cannot conclude that God exists, is what you are saying. Buddhi itself is not enough. Faith is above Buddhi. Right? Faith is a next level where you have emotion clubbed along with your faith, along with the knowledge, and then you accept it. So, is it needed to prove that God exists with Buddhi? For some people, it's needed. For some people, it's not. Prabhu, I'll tell you, we're all, when we go in that Who Am I session, we'll talk about proof of rebirth. We'll actually talk about it. Prove me that there is rebirth. Actually prove me. Otherwise, I'll not believe. In that session, you'll understand that the person sitting beside you is billion times more intelligent than you spiritually. But you don't know. How? In the past life, he has finished some part of his spiritual journey and now he has again taken birth. He is continuing from there. Right? For some people who are in the beginning stages, you have to keep telling with them with intelligent examples that God exists. Some people you don't need to. They immediately get it. Prabhu, why are you even discussing all this? I already know. But for some people, that is the feeder. And for some people, they doubt. And doubting is a mark of intelligence. Doubting is not a mark of ignorance. When they doubt, the doubt has to be cleared. And doubt has to be cleared. Part of the doubt is cleared through scientific example or anything like that. And part of the doubt is cleared through process of devotional service. When you chant, when you do kirtan, when you interact with intelligent devotees, right? Then it is cleared. So there are different needs of different people. I'll put it like that. There is one Prabhuji, his name is Chaitanya Charan Prabhu. I don't know if you heard of his name.
I've heard a lot of videos.
Yeah, he comes here quite often. So next time he's here, you can sit with him. Maybe you already have faith. He is one person. We call him a spiritual scientist in our society. I am telling you, you sit with him. He will speak at a level, even scientists their jaws will fall on the ground and say, surrender, sir, God exists, sir. Let's leave the matter here. He is like unbelievable person. Science, he mainly preaches to universities, professors, in foreign universities, he travels around and he speaks. the kind of examples he gives, there is no other parallel. You have to accept that I cannot conclude that God doesn't exist. At least there he'll take you stuff. But some people need that, Prabhu. Problem is some people need that. There are a lot of people like Gaurang Darshan Prabhu. He's one other great scholarly person. Once in a while he comes here. This October is coming again. He doesn't get into so much scientific examples. He will tell Gajendra Moksham in such a way that you will cry just hearing to the passing of Gajendra, and you will submit to Narayan. The need of such people is different. So when somebody like me, anybody is taking a class, it's very difficult to understand what each person's need is. Because for somebody, this is like a meaningless lecture. Why you spend so much time? What did you? God exists. I already know exists. But for somebody, it's a big enlightenment. I never thought like this. So different needs are there. So that's why what we do, we take a whole course, we go through the whole subject and pray to Krishna, address everybody's needs. Like that. So in a way, yes, Buddhi doesn't need, you don't need Buddhi to understand God. Okay, so we all understand one thing, that prasadam is nice. Right? So now we'll have nice prasad. Thank you for coming. And please, if anybody wants to contribute for the prasad, there is scanner code there. You can celebrate your anniversaries and birthdays along with our satsang. Right? How much to contribute? Anything you want to contribute, we accept. From 1 rupee to 1 lakh or 1 million also. Doesn't matter. Or if you don't contribute, that's also okay. Krishna will take care of everything. But I really appreciate you all giving your time to come. Right? So carry this knowledge outside and carry this knowledge inside also. Don't just carry to tell people, hey, I heard like this today. But before that, you also contemplate, think about it. Contemplation is very important. Hare Krishna. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Dala Dadaine. Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha. Kilakantana Kalare. Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha. Yato yato yam tato Narsimha. Bahir Narsimha Hridaya Narsimha. Narasimha Madhum Sharanam Prapadhe. Abakara Kamala Barena Kamadhuta Shingarita Hiranyakashipu Tanubhanga Ishabhadrta Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Abakara Kamala Barena Adbhuta Shingara Larita Hiranyakashipu. Jaya Narasimha Dev, Narasimha Dev, Narasimha Dev, Jaya Narasimha Dev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol. भक्ति विघ्ननाश नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की, ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की, श्रील गुरुदेव की, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल. And today evening there is a bhajan clubbing event. We all are having a free permit to get inside it. It's in ISKCON Cyberabad, 5 kilometers from here. You know where is ISKCON Cyberabad? We are building a new big temple here. All the congregations here together we are building. So in ISKCON Cyberabad, we are having a bhajan clubbing event, whereas Nitai and Nimai, two twin brothers, they're very good in doing kirtan, and there will be drums, kirtan, guitars, and a lot of things. You all can come and nicely dance with the whole family. There will be nice free prashadam there and nice stalls also, you know, for buying any different varieties of prashadam also will be available. Somebody likes Chinese or anything, things like that. So please come for the bhajan clubbing event. It's very nice. From 5 o'clock it starts till 8 o'clock. 5 to 8, 8:30 max, and then it's concluded. And tomorrow evening from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock, something amazing is going to happen, which doesn't happen anywhere else in the planet. Is 75 Rath Yatra leaders are going to sit here and exchange their, experiences. It'll be very nice. Don't miss that. Something very special. So you can meet. All of them are great leaders in society. Some people are directors in Microsoft, Salesforce, big companies. But in front of Jagannath, they are all his children. So they all are going to come here. They will exchange their experiences, and you all will learn a lot out of it. How teamwork happens, right? Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Hari Bol. Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
My younger brother is blessed with a baby girl last week, so one round of chanting.
Okay. Her younger brother is blessed with a baby girl. Yes. So let us chant 3 times Hare Krishna mantra for her good health and progress. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hari Bol. What's the name? They named her?
I named her Krishvi.
Trishvi. Krishvi Mataji ki jai. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
And nickname Gaura.
Gaura means gold. Hari Bol.
No, Gaurang.
Gaurang Mahaprabhu. Yeah. He's a golden complexion. Yes. Nice. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for sharing. Hare Krishna. Jai. Hari Bol. Please honor Prashadam, everybody.